Vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddock Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day. Group play and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
Welcome to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Zane on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. It's time to get your day started. Live from the Family Leisure Studios, here are Pete and Zane.
Come on, come on. Welcome in, everybody. How are we doing out there?
Making it.
We feeling good?
Making it.
You sure?
I ain't gonna lie. This the last weekend up early in the morning. Hell yeah, I feel good. Man, I have no guilt about saying I'm ready to get off morning radio.
Well.
When Eli pulled us in the office and said that, I said, hey, brother, God bless you. You know what I hate about? Because, bro, I hate eating breakfast food. I hate breakfast food, period. It's trash for the most part. Nasty. Like, I got to get up and eat that crap just to, like, maintain. And I hate it. Zach watches me throw food away every morning. I hate it. I hate being up this early doing anything. Like, in a normal situation, if I'm up this early, like, I don't particularly have to eat. But, like, I have to eat since we're doing this show.
I mean, why do you have to eat breakfast food just because it's breakfast time?
Bro, what else am I going to eat? Ain't nobody selling nothing like that right now.
Yeah, you could just get turn it into something else, man. Get a chicken biscuit and just take the biscuit part off. Or just
who's got time for that?
Eat some.
Because the chicken patty, like if you go to Chick-fil-A or you go anywhere, the chicken patty that's on like their biscuit ain't the same as on like a chicken sandwich. It's like
the Chick-fil-A, it's almost the same. It's not quite, but it's close.
It's nowhere close. That patty is like
it's like 2/3 of the size. It's close. Get 2 of them, whatever, man.
No.
You can make this work.
I'm
eating an apple. I just eat an apple. I'm eating an apple. It's great.
I'm bro.
Come on,
October
get you
3rd,
an
man.
apple.
October 3rd, me please.
Get you an apple. It's October 4th.
Whatever. Yeah, October 3rd is media day. I mean, not media day, open practice. You're right, yeah.
October 3rd is Sunday, so we got Sunday if you want.
Whew, 3 more days.
But then you're gonna be griping about. Then you're gonna be like, I can't. This lunch food is terrible. I can't. I normally like to eat lunch at this time, and then it's, now I can't eat that.
I'll give a hearty 10-piece wing burp before I start the show at 12:45. Trust me, I will give a hearty Mexican food burp at 12:45 before I start the show, and I'll be good. Eggs,
man. You know, but you know, it hits me now. It just hits me because, man, I don't know. It's like. You know, I think we only got a few more days of this thing, and then it's gonna be different, man.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna hit different.
It's gonna hit different.
Like my energy is different, man. Go listen to me when I come on Hardin Show. I don't even sound the same dude, bro. I got used to it. I got numb to it.
I don't know. But
now that I've got the alternative,
Zach,
another choice.
You gonna be working mornings? You still gonna be working?
They told you what you're doing.
I don't. They haven't said anything.
Zach,
to
when
me.
you gonna go like, hey Eli, what am I doing? Come on, man. I'll go ask for you.
The word on the street is that it may that we might not be coming along. You know,
That
that's what I
we're
hear.
parting ways.
Yeah, that's what
Which
I-
makes
that's what I
logical
hear.
sense. A lot of our producers are pretty new. So I'd assume that the most experienced producer would be the one most responsible as being the key turner in the morning. And making sure everything rolls. And trusting to get up at 5-something in the morning. That's something you don't really run on trust with a babe in the industry.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
Zach, it's
Just
been
perfect.
real. It's been real, Zach. It's to say goodbye
I'm still allowed to come on the show with you guys.
to
huh?
Zach with a K.
No, Zach.
No,
No, you're not at all.
I can't
sorry.
call
No.
in
No,
every
no,
now and then.
No need for you.
No,
I
no,
can't call in.
No, no,
You're like, yeah, guys, I'm just.
no. Sorry, we
what's
don't.
up?
We don't. No. And we are out of time. we got one fewer hour, so we just don't have enough time for all Zach's shenanigans nonsense. Hey, let me tell you something. If you're gonna work with Greg and Eli in the morning, you bet like they're not gonna put up with any tomfoolery from you.
You're going to be on your head. man.
You're gonna say something like, "Oh, I don't like, I like oatmeal raisin cookies more."
They're
Well,
just gonna
get
be-
out of here! It's done. They're not even gonna. They're not gonna engage with you like we do. They're not gonna talk to you. Like it's gonna be just like quarantine. Like you're gonna be. You know how it is. You know how it is.
What
They
quarantine?
don't. They don't put up with shenanigans on that show.
A little. You got.
We're all about shenanigans. They don't put up with shenanigans.
Yeah, we got time.
You got to catch them at the right time.
Well, let's see if the morning is the right time. I don't know. It's
Eh?
unclear. It's unclear if Greg Gasson has been up before 9 a.m. in the last.
Man,
I think-
that first
I
week
don't
with
know.
them, they're going to be
I
going
think
crazy.
that is going to be the interesting part.
I'm going to get up early just to hear that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna be up anyway because we got little kids. We got to get them to school and all that. So I'm gonna be up no matter what. But we're going to find that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see. Eli, I think, is adapted to morning life. He's got the kid himself. You got the whole, the family, all that stuff. I get it, but Greg's kids are grown. He hadn't done that in a while, so he's forgotten what that's like. He doesn't know.
Bro, it's over.
Y'all listening? Y'all tune in next week. See if he's you see what kind of stuff's happening out there because it's gonna be something.
Greg said last week that he doesn't drink coffee in the morning or whatever.
Well.
And so
You better start. I suggest you start. 'Cause, that will help you. That will help you. I can tell you that.
Man, it's gonna be so better for me, bro. Because I co-parent with Gabe's mom, right? I keep Gabe almost every weekend because I refuse to try to manage getting up in the morning, getting Gabe to school, and doing all that, and still being here by 6:30 or whatever time. So, it's over, man. It's over, man. We've already had that conversation. On Taekwondo nights, Gabe stays with Dad.
That's right.
It's over.
That's right. All right. So welcome in everybody. Fantastic. Great stuff. Welcome in everybody. We got a lot to get to, including a whole bunch on yesterday's Grizzlies Media Day and down at FedEx Forum, where I think I represented the show really well. I think I did a great job, and we'll talk about that coming up on the program.
I got so many bones to pick.
Okay. Well, good. That's good. You gonna be on the Zoom? You think?
I thought it was live. Oh, you talking about the Zoom for the show? Yeah, I'm about to hop on. You going to the thing today?
No. Okay, I gotta pick up kids.
I might follow up in it. B.
Why don't you do that? That's right. Follow up in that.
I'm fully vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? I might just follow up.
You're not gonna be able to do that because that's gonna be right in the middle of our showtime next week. So you better take advantage of it while you can.
Hey. You know what it is.
I do know what.
Oh, that's right, because practice stuff is going to be doing our showtime.
Yep.
What? Yeah, I can miss a few.
Yeah, I think you're gonna do it.
I can do it live remote.
Do it live.
Yeah, I can do it live, you know what I'm saying, live from the bowels of the FedEx Forum.
So we're going to talk about all that stuff. There's a lot of interesting information, a lot of interesting stuff from yesterday. I thought it was a different kind of media day because of the nature of the COVID restrictions and all that stuff. It was instead of the normal thing where they have a bunch of tables and they bring people in and kind of you can sort of have
that table is just like pub chairs. Like
now it's just a podium and that's just like any other press conference. So good and bad with all of that, but it was nice. It was. I will say this, and this is absolutely true. And I was kind of. It was interesting. Like I never thought I would miss a press conference setting because press conferences are just kind of whatever. But I actually missed it. And when John Morant walked in and was like, "Hey, I missed you guys," like it was genuine. Like I think he actually had like a genuine, legit smile. A lot of the guys said that, and we're like, I missed being in this kind of a session. I miss talking to people. Like I don't want to be on Zoom anymore. I want to talk to people. It was interesting to see, and I think it was cool on both sides that we all know this is kind of a perfunctory thing that you have to do. You go through the motions of like, here we got to do these press conferences, whatever. But like it was cool to see that everybody kind of missed the routine of it and kind of getting to know each other a little bit. It was cool. I appreciated that. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah, for sure. It's good to have the guys back like that. I missed the three in the seat method they used to do. I think it'll probably be a while before we see that. Because like you said, the teams are just going to kind of use this as a way to get away from a lot of stuff that might not have been the most efficient way to get things done, period, back then. But it used to be there were three guys sitting in the room at one time, and you would kind of go back and forth. You would talk to this guy for a minute, talk to this guy. And, we live in the bully culture too, man. So I used to hate the feeling of seeing, like, the entire room leave when, whoever. Like Joe
when
Schmo.
Santi Aldama comes in, it's like, hey, I got to go somewhere else. I don't really want to talk to you.
You're sitting there talking to some
Yves
guy.
Pons is like,
you're talking to Yves Pons.
Hey, Yves Pons is available over there if you guys want to talk to him. No, I'm okay. I'm good.
No, that's not the bad feeling. The bad feeling is when you're talking to Yves Pons because he's the only one in the room. And then, like, Marcus Hall walks in, and everybody's like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
All right, he's been real. Like, hey, but we were talking about.
I've seen people walk off in the middle of somebody's, answer. Like,
you
hey,
asked me about
Santi, how'd you feel about this? Oh, no, it was great. Okay, Santi, bye. You're
asked
out.
me about my mom, and I thought that was a genuine question. You were just playing with my time. Playing with my emotions.
Exactly. You're just wasting everybody's time over here.
Yeah, but it seemed cool. I have several bones to pick. Y'all had Zach Kleiman in front of y'all, and no one asked about John Morant. Like, what were y'all there for? That's the question I have.
What explain? Like he said that. Like, what are you going to ask? Is John Morant good? What's the question?
Y'all had your COVID questions lined up, though, didn't you?
Yeah. What was the question about John Morant?
Hey, Ja had had a tremendous playoff. Is there another level you think he can go to this season?
He answered it at the end. It was,
is there another level you think Ja can go to?
That's not that. That is not. That is.
Y'all had y'all questions ready though. Huh?
That is because that's interesting and relevant to whether or not they can play and whether or not they're going to be able to do whatever they're going to do this year.
I feel some type of way that I wasn't able to go, bro. I mean, that's obvious. Let me run off some names. Was anybody from Grizzly Bear Blues there? I know Parker was there.
Yes, they had two.
Who else was there?
Brandon.
Yeah.
The hell out of here. Terry Davis, was he there?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm not participating in anything that has to do with the Grizzlies this year. Who else? I'm just having fun. I'm just joking around. But no.
Okay. That's definitely not true, but I'll call that bluff.
Hey, bro, I think they just kind of like didn't want me there, for real though. Because I got the memo saying, one person per show, whatever, but come on, man, for real. Brandon Abraham was there. Two people from Grizzly Bear Blues were able to come, but I had to stay at home.
Yeah. I think Brandon was probably able to come because he's sort of the hustle correspondent.
I get hustle D's. There's a crap about them.
And as far as I'm concerned,
was anybody there representing Grizz Gaming?
That man literally, no, there was not. That man, he literally covers the hustle like a lot, and so I'm fine with it because I don't want to do that. So John Contra was like, "Hey, Brandon, how's it going?" Like they're very familiar with it. Hey,
Brandon,
listen, hey. Oh, stop! God bless him, man. He wants to do it. If I would, it's great. As far as I'm concerned, he should.
I like all those guys, man. I'm just messing around.
He should. As far as I'm concerned, he should do it. It's great. Because that's the deal. Like he covers those guys. I don't want to do it. So
here's the thing: like if no one did that, would anybody care? If nobody covered the hustle, would anybody like, man, why aren't we getting the hustle coverage?
I don't know, but would anybody care if anybody? I don't know. I hope. I don't want to find out.
I'm not applauding Brandon Abraham for doing something nobody cares about. Why would I care about?
Oh, I'm sure some people.
Oh man, just props to Brandon Abraham for covering the hustle. Like anybody asking for hustle news?
Somebody is.
Oh,
somebody's reading this stuff. I don't know. Not me, but somebody is. I'm sure.
I'm about to call Joe and say, Joe, release your clicks. Release your click information.
Like I said, You know my saying, don't yuck my yum. I'm not yucking his yum. He wants to cover the hustle. Hey, man, that's cool. You want to cover Grizz Gaming? God bless you.
Hey, God bless you, bro.
I could not.
I don't give a flying crap
care
about
less. But you cannot make.
Can I say that?
I love Lang and nice guy and
Lang kind of
nice
fun acting towards me, man. I don't think Lang care for me too much. I saw Lang in person one time. Dude was like, "Yeah, what's up?" I said, "Man, the hell with you, Lang? You ain't gonna speak to her, brother." But no, it's like, I seen Lang out in person a couple times. I don't even think Lang cares.
Man.
He don't know who I am.
Zach, Anthony Sain's got so much like just personal animus wrapped up in all this stuff, man. It's just everybody's got a certain.
When I feel like they try to keep me out of media day, man. This is the monster, y'all.
It's just a lot of personal.
Zach, text me the Zoom stuff, bro. I like for some reason can't remember the law. I ain't lying. Oh, I know what it is. Hold on. It just
you sure?
It's right there.
It ain't on the thing. We erased
it. It's not on there.
No, it's in the drop down. They just pulled the drop down menu.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I just did it yesterday.
Well,
trust me.
Well, God bless you.
I don't understand what's going on.
Nah, man, I feel like they trying to set me up, man. I feel like they just trying to like cast me out and stuff, you know. Look at me. Look at this gorgeous dude in the Zoom right now.
I mean,
imagine his face not being in media day.
You just don't need to, take it out on innocent people.
Man, I'm the father of these dudes, bro. I'm the father of Brandon Abraham. I can take out what I want to on Brandon Abraham.
Who had many sons?
Man, what? One daughter, but all these dudes my son, bro. What you talking about?
See, look
I can't tell you. I shouldn't take it out.
See, Zach, this is what happens. This is what happens, man.
The blogger king.
Like, he perceives that I'm trying to like little boy him, and now he's trying to little boy Brandon Abraham.
Why do you think Brandon Abraham think he can be somebody in this industry, bro?
You know what? This is what it's like, man. Hey, everybody out here, this is what it's like.
You think it's because of Joe Mullinax?
This is what happens for people.
Doing what he do?
You teach your kids how they behave, and then they behave. Look how they behave.
Man, y'all better recognize who y'all talking to.
See how that is?
Why you think Brandon Abraham think he can do what he doing, bro?
You
think it's because of Joe Mullinax? Call Brandon Abraham right now. Call him.
You teach your kid. You teach your kids how to behave, and this is what happens.
Call Brandon Abraham, bro.
You got to show them. You can't just teach them. You got to show them how to act.
Hold on, I'm finna add this man on Twitter right now.
Why? To what end are you trying to?
Wait a minute.
Why are you doing what again? Why? What's?
Because I can. Because I'm the father of these dudes, bro.
Yeah, but what are you trying to? What are you trying to? What's the point? What are you trying to say to him?
I'm gonna tell him I love you. Well, I'm proud of you. As your dad, I love you, and I'm proud of what you become.
And I don't even think that's true because you just spent about 5 minutes degrading his.
No,
child.
I didn't.
Just like a lot of fathers do, frankly, and their sons like, I want you to be a doctor or a lawyer. Oh, you working at wherever. Oh, I don't want to talk about that. My mom wanted me to be a doctor. I went into sports radio. I don't think she liked that very much. I think she was sad about that. But that's okay.
She really wants you to become a doctor?
For real?
She did. And I went into I trained. I did. I was in like internships and all that stuff. But I didn't want. But as it turns out, I didn't really like that. I didn't want to do it.
All jokes aside, there's somebody there that y'all not telling me about. This gonna tick me off. This gonna trigger me. Yeah.
I don't know. Here's let me tell you. Let me give you the full rundown of who I saw. Okay, I'm gonna give you the full. Let me give you the full list of people that I'm aware were there.
All right.
Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Number 1, me.
Mm-hmm.
First in your heart.
What's my friend?
First on the call sheet. First on the list. Number 2, Evan Barnes, sitting right in front of me. Number 3, Drew Hill, sitting beside me. Number 4, Chris Harrington, sitting beside Drew. Number 5, Jeff Calkins, sitting beside, sitting in front. Didn't ask a single question, Jeff Calkins.
Lying.
Interesting. But he was writing. He was writing a column. So
Whoa, hold on. Keep going.
May have had, I take it, but he had one interaction at the end with Stephen Adams, so I'll give him that. But it was interesting.
Calkins didn't say nothing? Calkins probably scared getting COVID from all you Philistines. Like, he just go around with y'all. I'm not asking. I'm not.
No, I don't think. I think he's just
all
working.
around you losers.
I think he's just working. He was working on something. He had the laptop out. He was working on something. I saw the column, so he knocked it out. Teresa Walker was there, the Hall of Famer. Had some power issues. Teresa had to move closer to the plug, the outlet. Her equipment.
Oh, you say she pulled like a power move. Like that's what I'm talking about. Teresa flex muscle on them bones.
She did. I mean, she asked Jeff to move so she could get closer to the
AP. For that AP. If I wasn't right,
Clay Bailey
baby. Oh,
in the house. Clay Bailey.
Who does Clay Bailey right for there?
AP.
So we need
And the
2
Daily
AP
Memphis.
reporters there.
And we don't need anything. There's different divisions of the AP.
Okay, I don't even know what the AP is. To be honest with you. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. The aforementioned Brandon Abraham. We know that.
Gotta have that hustle coverage.
Your buddy.
Gotta have the John Conchar.
Mark Giannotto.
My
He
guy.
was behind me. I didn't see
The OG Giannotto.
But Mark would come up occasionally to talk to Evan, so I would see him there.
Mm-hmm. Who else was there?
Giannotto with new haircut, new look
For real?
put together. Yeah, he's got a little Giannotto looking pretty good.
My boy. All right, who else was there?
Let's see, Clayton Collier.
My boy Clayton. Show us your face, Clayton. Show us your face, Clayton. Go ahead.
Cassie Carlson.
Okay, yeah.
I think she was there.
Was my girl Samaria there?
Yes.
Samaria didn't even ask me where I was. Y'all don't care about me, man. Man, I've been doing this. Did nobody miss me, bro? Did nobody say, dang, what's saying it? Dang, bro. Hey, hey, keep saying my name, man. Katie, man, gonna pop up on y'all.
No love lost.
Hey.
No love lost.
Ain't nobody called and checked on your boy. Let's say, why you in there? What's up?
That's
You the voice of the voices. You the tribal chief of
Terry
Twitter.
Terry Davis, who
Weird question asking that.
who asked weird questions, man. Asked Desmond Bain that he said Desmond Bain looked good, and said he looked real. Said he was looking bigger, and Desmond Bain's like, no, actually I lost weight. And Terry at the end, as Desmond Bain was walking off, Terry goes, no, I mean I didn't mean like you look fat. I just meant like you look more cut. And he's like, oh, all right, that's
It's all good, man.
observation.
I mean, you swole. That's man, you swole.
Terry's like, what? He had the pet question of like, what did you work on this offseason?
Exactly.
That was
Did he hit him with the Hey
That was the
Desmond?
go-to.
He hit him with the Hey Desmond. Hey Desmond.
Oh yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
What else? Who else was there?
Sean Coleman was there via Zoom.
Sean Coleman. Oh, okay, Zoom. Okay, I'm about to go
it's
off,
like,
bro.
no,
I was about to go off, bro. I was like, nah, y'all got me. I about to call. I about to say, get Jason Waters on the line right now.
Sean asking the question. Sean asking the question of Hey, John, how you doing?
Jaw, did you?
Hey, how you doing? He's always a how you doing guy.
Yeah. How you doing, Jaw?
I'm good. I'm good. Appreciate it.
So he was on somebody on Zoom?
Yeah, he was. He asked 2 or 3 Zoom questions.
The lame ass on, son. Ask somebody to ask your question, bro. Nobody feeling. So like y'all had to like cut away to let him.
Megan Triplett was on Zoom too, so I know you better watch yourself.
You gotta respect the black queen, man. My bad. See, Megan ain't got time to be in a room with you, man. Wet dog.
See how different it is. See how different it is.
Megan ain't got time to be in a room with y'all bones, man. For real.
Nah.
I should have zoomed in myself just to look real VIP.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't, because you could ask questions if you want to.
You bums.
I don't have time to do it. I don't have time.
She ain't got time for that wet dog.
All I got time is.
Hey, one of y'all be smelling like mildew all the time too, bro. I ain't gonna say who it is. Jacking my line.
I don't want to get it.
Like, man, you better, man, dry clean that work shirt, man. It's one of y'all be stinking all the time, bro. I ain't gonna put the name out there. One of y'all is a wet dog, mildew smelling mug, bro. It be every time I ain't gonna bust you out, but it's one of y'all in Memphis media be funky as a dog, bro.
One of y'all?
There's a couple of y'all, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a couple that are.
I just smell jokes, man, like booty. Like, man, bro, god dog, bro. Like I know you get out late, But you got time to let your wife, your girl, somebody wash your clothes, bro, for real. I don't want to hear all that. Go buy you another pair of khakis, fam. But no, go ahead. Megan ain't got time to be in the room with y'all, man. Go ahead.
I think that's
Black
everybody. That's everybody. I believe that I think there's probably some more that I couldn't see in the back, TV people, but that's all that I'm aware of.
I take that. I don't feel no way.
That's all that I'm aware.
Why Sharon Brown went there?
I don't know. You have to ask her.
Y'all ain't asked it. Y'all ain't nothing, bro. Y'all ain't nothing.
Listen, all I know is I ain't responsible for the RSVP action on this thing.
So why I couldn't come, bro? Why I couldn't come?
I don't. How am I supposed to know? Why are you talking to me as if I have any control over that whatsoever? If it were up to me, you'd be sitting right next to me. We'd be talking about.
Call Jason Wallace right now. Hold on, I'm about to give you his numbers.
You got it.
I need to know why I went there, bro, for real.
We're not. You can call Jason. Just text him. You got his number. Just text him.
I want him on the line. He need to explain to the people.
No.
As the tribal chief of Grizz Twitter, I need to know why I was not invited to.
No, then you can text him, and you can text him.
I need the people need to know.
Yeah, you can tell them what they say.
To the people.
Parker Fleming, another one of my sons, came to me and say I acknowledge Anthony Sane as the tribal chief of Grizz Twitter. Another one of my sons.
That's beautiful right there. That's what it's all about. Well, I got my own thoughts about this too. I got my own thoughts about some of the things that went on.
I got some major thoughts. We'll talk about it after the break.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it after we've gone through the attendance and all that.
Yeah, I feel a little better. I feel a little better, man. I didn't get that off. We'll talk about what actually happened now. But I had to go ahead and get my little thoughts off.
Actual situation when we come back here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Sports Time with Wallo and Stats. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest and every new latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better. They've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder, 867-0303. Hurricane season is upon us. Is your roof ready? Are your shingles laying down and sealed properly? Call me right now, 867-0303. They say you get what you pay for. That's why my opinion is free. Maybe you've got years of life left in your roof. If so, I'll tell you that. But if I find storm damage or a compromised roof system, I'll lay out some options for you. Don't let them tell you it needs to be replaced if it only needs a repair. Call me, 867-0303. Has your insurance company already seen it and rejected your claim? Maybe they're correct. Most of the time, they're not. They do tend to become more reasonable once I get involved, though. 867-0303. I'll measure your roof from outer space or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage, factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
The Original Hot Dog Factory and Spike's Wing, located at 4265 Hacks Cross Road near 385. The menu offers a variety of all-beef hot dogs with over 20 choices. Try some of the best-selling favorites like the Bacon Wrap Memphis Dog and even sausages like Street Polish, Italian, or Jamaican Jerk Chicken. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 till 10, and Sunday, 11 to 8. Catering and event hosting is available. Have your next meeting or family gathering at the Original Hot Dog Factory. Now hiring team members. Apply in person. The Original Hot Dog Factory and Spike's Wing.
Looking for a high-efficiency planting solution? The Case IH 2150 Early Riser Planter combines the industry's most accurate planter technologies with a rugged row unit for a fast and uniform emergence. The Case IH 2150 Early Riser operates at your speed and adapts to unique field conditions so that you can maximize your yield potential. Stop in or call Mid-South Ag Equipment at 662-890-3141 to learn more. That's Mid-South Ag, your Case IH Equipment headquarters.
Barks now offers you just about everything you need for your furry family member. Daycare, luxury boarding, award-winning grooming, veterinary checkups, diagnostic services including digital x-ray, fluoroscopy and ultrasound, complete dental service, vaccinations, preventative care for fleas, ticks, and heartworms, and just about any needed surgical treatment. And did I mention that we treat cats and all types of exotic pets? We are the newest member of the Barks family and the newest, most high-tech veterinary hospital in the Mid-South. Located directly across the street from Barks and Recreation, we are a full-service hospital with a fantastic, experienced staff. If you're having problems getting a timely appointment at your current vet's facility, we are here to serve you. Call us at 901-979-8888. Barks and Medication. Excellence in veterinary care.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Sports 56 traffic.
Right now, we're working an accident on Yale Road at Covington Pike. That's Yale Road at Covington Pike. Also, we are working crashes on Tullahoma Road north of Shelby Drive and also Summer Avenue at Raleigh LaGrange. Keep it right here. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
I can't fool myself, I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy. There's not a minute, hour, day, or night that I don't love you.
Yeah!
You're at the top of my list, cause I'm always thinking of you. I still remember in the days when I was scared to touch you.
All right, so hour number one continues here in the Family Leisure Studios, where family and fun come together. 2020 Witten Road, just north of I-40. I've been thinking about them Central Barbecue wings. Ooh, they're big and juicy. They're so good. Oh man, I start thinking about this time of year, and man, it starts to get fall. And one of the things I always like is getting the folks together. Couldn't do that much last year. Starting to be able to get some folks together a little more this year, and getting a couple orders of Central Barbecue wings, getting slab of ribs. Get some pulled pork, just getting a whole tray platter together, bringing the people over and having a good time watching because everything, man. This weekend you could watch football, you could watch basketball, you could watch baseball if you want to do that. For whatever reason, you could watch soccer, you could watch. It's all there. It's all there for you. So, this is my favorite time of year. Love it.
Oh, without
it's fantastic. And Central Barbecue makes it even better. EatCBQ.com, 4 locations, Summer Central, downtown, East Memphis. Check them out and make them part of your fall sports routine, because nothing goes better than a little Central Barbecue with all those fall sports. Check out CBQ. Love the great folks at Central Barbecue. So, Sane, from your perch, did you watch? Did you see? How did you? How much did you?
This is my feelings, man. And I'm gonna get this off, and I'm gonna be done talking about this, bro. Like for real. This is my last statement I'm gonna make. That we can jump full into coverage, responses, reactions, COVID hotline, whatever, COVID Central, whatever you want to call it. I really feel like they were targeting me, man. Like they just didn't want me to come. Cause it took me back to like Austin Powers. When Dr. Evil comes in the room, he's like, "All right, everybody get out." Oh, not you, not you. You remember that scene? He's like, "No, not you." And he just kept doing that. He really was just trying to get number 2 out. You remember that? You remember that scene?
Yeah.
Who does number 2 well?
Because
they sent the memo out saying 1 guest per show, right? And they didn't count for Greg and Eli because they're doing the show live from there. They're not in the they're not even in that room.
They're, yes.
All right. It don't count for Harden because Harden's show is not doing that time. It don't count for Wolo and Stats. They don't care. It was all about me. I put too many years into this, Jason Wallace. Pugs? Who else is over there? No, Pugs ain't in there no more. Who else? Miss Laura? No, I ain't got no problem, Miss Laura. White Queen. No problem with it at all. Gotta protect these white queens out here. But I'm done with it, man. I'm done. I'll never ask to go. I'm gonna pull a Fletch. I'm gonna pull a Fletch right now, live on air. Okay. I'm not even asking for credentials this year. I'm not going. Not going to the game. Not what?
Okay.
See how well you do without me? Man, please. I'm gonna be at open practice. Every game, finessing. All right, sights and sounds. Here are my observations. You ready?
Okay. All right.
I am extremely impressed with. I almost shed a tear watching Media Day for the first time ever as a fan. Mm-hmm. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I'm being dead serious. Like, we're watching guys that were kids on this team become young men in front of our eyes. We're watching Ja mature. Like, I was taking a shower while listening to Ja during Media Day. That came out very wrong. But I was taking a shower while listening to Ja. And I had to, like, pull the curtain back, like, okay, who is this? Because I heard him and he was talking, but I couldn't figure out who it was. So I pulled the curtain back, okay, who is this talking? Like, this is Ja?
Yeah.
I'm like, look at 12, sounding like a grown man.
Oh yeah, he definitely sounds different.
Yeah, he sounded grown up. He was like I said, his attitude, man. He was in a great place.
Listen to Dylan, man.
Point of view.
Don't you remember when Dylan used to hide in the corner on us? You remember that? When Dylan would be sitting there whispering, bro, what are you doing?
I know.
And we thought he was trying to be sexy, man. We thought he was trying to be sexy. He probably was just scared, man. He was a scared 22-year-old.
No, he was trying to be sexy. No, that was actually correct.
No, bro, Dylan used to say the weirdest, goofiest stuff, bro, and be whispering. Like, Dylan probably was afraid of us.
But
Dylan was great yesterday.
He's always great, but he always says the weird stuff, too. That's why he's great, because he says weird stuff. I love him.
No, he would say stuff that just didn't make any logical sense, but it was just like goofy, just
rambling.
He
still doesn't.
No, he's not. No, Dylan was sharp yesterday, bro. Jaren, sharp. Look at these kids. Look at these boys turned into men in front of our eyes, bro. I started getting emotional.
That was great. It was beautiful. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed talking to those guys. And yeah, it was a special. It was nice. It was nice to see. Shout out to the Grizzlies. They're doing the fun thing where the kids hold up the like when your kids hold up the first day of school thing. My name is blah blah blah, and I'm this. My favorite. They doing that with some. I've seen some teams do that, and the Grizzlies are doing that this year, which is fun. So it's like my name is blank. My teacher is blank. It's my blank year. My favorite subject is blank. All that stuff.
Yeah, they
my
did
favorite
it.
Food, etc. Yeah, they're doing that right now. You see that they just posted a bunch of the pictures.
A bit.
Shout out to Dylan Brooks, who said my favorite food is seafood, spelled SEEFOOD.
The Grizzlies page. It's the Canadian way, man.
I don't know if that's. I think that's maybe a little sly joke. I don't know. Shout out to John Morant, who said my favorite subject is counting money. He said my favorite hobby is thugging. And my favorite subject is counting money.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
That's good stuff. That's funny.
Jaron says his favorite hobby is dripping.
Dripping.
His favorite hobby is dripping. Dripping, yeah. Jaron's favorite hobby is dripping.
It is, though.
He says, my teacher's T. Jinx. My favorite subject is wins. Josh's favorite food is wings, by the way. Jaron just goes with the traditional chicken
yeah.
as opposed to wings, pure on. Tyus Jones' favorite food is sweet potatoes.
Him and Zach have stuff in common, I'm sure.
That's very, very Zach
Very
answer
Zackish.
for sure. Very Zackish answer for sure.
Dancing Melton's only 23 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at these kids, man. It brings a tear to my eye almost, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Steven Adams' favorite food is meat pie. There you go. That's New Zealand for you, baby.
Yeah.
Steven Adams was hilarious.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's got a very, very fun demeanor, and I like it because he engages. He's one of the guys that engages questions. There's a few players who do this where they engage questions like as real questions, like if you don't ask a question, he won't answer it. Like if you just give a comment, like it's going to be a big year this year. And some guys would just be like, yeah, it is going to be a big year. We're really going to work hard and all that. He's just like, is there a question there? Or, what do you want me to? And so he's of the Marc Gasol clan of like, you better
ask me a real
like
question.
He's funny, but you better ask him a real question, or else he's just gonna kind of clown you a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's always kind of fun. Shout out to me. For
lighting the way for these bums.
Yep. I you know what? And I appreciate that they shouted. They said as much in the room.
Hold on, Kyle Anderson.
Because I was the first one to ask Kyle Anderson.
Is Pinier vodka? Is Kyle Anderson's favorite
Yeah,
food?
That's what I was
yeah.
looking at it too.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that's a drink, my boy.
No. That's a vodka. That's a vodka sauce. It's nice. It's good. I like it too.
Okay.
You're not wrong. Anyway, so presumably, but I asked Kyle Anderson. It was funny.
Wait, Paul. I'm sorry, Peter. I'm sorry. Me and one more time. Dylan Brooks said his favorite subject is contested jump shot.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm not interrupting you again. Go ahead.
All right. So anyway, but I asked Kyle Anderson, who's the first player to show up, first player, because people don't seem to have as much problem asking the Zach Kleiman and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I asked because I was like, well, I don't want to. I don't think it's I'm not going to ask like, are you vaccinated straight up?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not really that's a personal question. But I put the template out there of like, I said, without I just asked, I said, without getting into your own personal thing, unless you want to get in your own personal thing, how do you feel about the NBA's campaign to get 100% participation? How do you feel about the fact that the Players Association is pushing for all players to get vaccinated? See, that's the way I chose to do it,
Yeah,
so
course,
that way he can address the issue, and then address his own vaccination status, without coming out and just saying, hey, are you vaccinated and all that. And it was so funny because Kyle, his response, he looks at me, he goes, that's a tough one, Pete. I don't know. I said, okay, all right, well, give it a shot. And he did. He had a good answer after that.
What did he say?
Said he said he was vaccinated. He said, I'm not going to tell everybody what to do with their body, but for me it was important. He said, I got vaccinated because Greg Popovich said when Pop did it, I have such respect for Pop that it made me want to do it. And so he credited Popovich for inspiring him to get vaccinated. And he said he was vaccinated, and Desmond Bain was like, yeah, I'm vaccinated, and I want if somehow the vaccine turns out to be bad for people, I want to be part of that was trying to help people and go down with all those people that are trying to help people rather than be part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan was the only one who was kind of I asked Dylan about it, and he was non-committal. He was kind of like, it's up to everybody.
Just one of those things.
He said, I hear that it helps to kill COVID, though.
Yeah, man, it's so weird, bro.
Did he really say that?
See, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about.
No, bro, but like Dylan, like young Dylan, bro, would say like nonsense, like stuff that didn't even like where are you going, Dylan? Like he would just be like, if you look back on it now, it comes off like his fear. It comes off like his defense mechanism. It didn't come off like he's just weird. Like it came off like he was afraid, like he was nervous to be in there. If you go back, and look at old Dylan, it's just
I don't know. I didn't get that. I never got that impression. I just got the impression he was a little bit. He's a little bit shy. But I remember talking to him in his rookie year when all the crazy stuff happened with coaching staff and all that stuff. And he wasn't. I never took him to be shy. He was always a little bit. Maybe he was a little, a little unsure as a middle second round pick, kind of trying to prove himself. But I never got the impression that he was shy. But he goes, no, his answer was, to each their own. We're all single human beings. I wouldn't be all for one thing. But it would just make it easier for your team or people around you. They say the vaccine can help keep COVID away.
There is no way.
They say the vaccine can help keep COVID away. They do say that. That is true. They do say that.
Desmond Bane's biceps just eating up the vaccine when it comes in. Like, oh, what is this?
I couldn't. I couldn't, but Terry Davis could.
I mean, he just looks so swole, Desmond.
I mean, no, it's like.
Are you a bigger? Are you? Did you get sexier, or is that just me?
Are you prison? Did you get prison swole?
Well, I mean, this is. I mean, you are.
You're really swole.
I'm just saying. I was a little bit distracted. I mean,
like what?
I was going to ask a different question, but I just got kind of taken there for a moment. I couldn't focus. My bad. My apologies out there, everybody. No, it was. And obviously, and John Morant's answer with regard to the vaccine was great. I asked him about it, and he was like, he said, and because the Grizzlies had prepped, the guys for these answers, and a shout out to Jaren Jackson, who Chris Harrington asked him about it, and Jaren looked over to Laura, the aforementioned Miss Laura. And he goes, shout out, you had me ready. Like he basically just like pulled the curtain back, like, yeah, because I saw her before Jaren went up to talk, like to specifically kind of, coach him on how to respond to that. And so he gave the coached answer of, hey, it's everyone's decision. I did it for me, but hey, it's it's that kind of thing. Like it's just.
Hey, Laura's got that background, man.
Oh, I know it. And he pulled. I like how he pulled the curtain back. He's like, look, just here, because that's how it is. Like it's that's.
Miss Laura should have been a teacher too. She comes off like she reminds me of the teachers. Yeah, she reminds me of the teachers I used to give hell to back when I was in high school.
Yeah, well, don't give her any hell now.
I'll try not to.
Try not to, if you can. We're going to talk about some of the other specifics of what happened because it was like I said, it was a very interesting day. Zach, yes, I know. At some point, we're going to talk about your Cowboys and what happened last night. I don't really want to, but I feel like we owe that to some of these Cowboy people. So
take your time.
It's because it was good. Y'all look. Eagles look terrible. Great comment from Jalen Hurts. We'll get to as well after the game, but there you go. When we come back here, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 and 98.5.
You have opinions?
What do you hear? What do you say?
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
It's hot outside and your air conditioner just quit. Quick, who do you call? Automatic Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing, of course, with 24-hour emergency service available. Automatic understands your house is unique, so they work fast to find the right solution for your family's comfort and budget needs. And with financing available and payments as low as $75 a month, it's never been easier to make your home comfortable. Call 363-4636 or go online to itsautomatic.com. Turn to the experts at Automatic Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing.
Hi, I'm Tito Beveridge, founder and master distiller at Tito's Handmade Vodka. In 1997, I started the first micro distillery in the state of Texas with my dog, Dog Joe, at my side. We're still working with dogs out at the distillery after all these years. Learn more about how dogs are a part of life here at Tito's Handmade Vodka at vodkafordogpeople.com. Tito's Handmade Vodka is made from corn and naturally gluten-free. Cheers. 80 proof Tito's Handmade Vodka, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. Tito'sVodka.com.
Looking to buy or sell a home in Mississippi? Don't know where to start? Rely on someone who has decades of calling Mississippi home. Someone who puts honesty, integrity, and clients first. Doug and Colin Brown, $1 million producers representing Regency Realty in Mississippi. This father-son combo will help you find your next dream home. Call Regency Realty at 901-350-5050 or direct at 901-598-9168 to schedule an appointment.
Hey, Jeff Allen, I hear that three's a charm at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah, so I'm ready to trade up to a Kia sales event with you, my man.
That's right, Randy. 3 rides, all just $248 a month. Take your pick from a 2022 Kia Soul LX, 2021 Kia Forte LXS, or a 2021 Kia Rio LXS. Your choice, $248 a month.
And Soul, longer, better warranty than Honda or Nissan. Forte, more passenger volume and thousands less than Honda Civic. And Rio, higher MPG and thousands less than Corolla. Plus, you'll get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty program.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
All 72 months at 2.9 APR, $29.99 down. Sold in 716, 1784, MSRP 20,500. Forte ME 402,825, MSRP 20,055. Rio ME 427,894, MSRP 19,755. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Must finance through Kia on low APR. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 8/31/2021. Dealer stock only.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
I love you here by me, baby. You let my love fly freely. I want you in my life for all time.
Now, Anthony saying you sort of I don't know. You sort of joked with me about the me asking about the
COVID stuff,
vaccination questions, all that stuff, which is cool.
Who had a mask on? All y'all had a mask on?
Yeah, everybody's masked except the players.
You didn't have a problem with that? You didn't have issue with the players not having a mask on? Why did Xavier Tillman have a mask on?
I think he's actually still sick. I believe.
Sick from what?
Sick
from what?
Oh, I think he's got like a non-COVID illness, I believe. I don't know for sure, but I don't think it's COVID, because if it were.
No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
No, but you joke about that, but look around the rest of the league at the disaster that unfolded yesterday at these press conferences and talking about this, and marvel, if you will, Memphis, at how simple it is to do what Ja Morant did, and how effective and how excellent it is to have your star player, Ja Morant, and your other star player, Jaren Jackson Jr., both be very public and very logical and very forthright and give great, honest answers. Ja Morant said, look, man, for me, I got a daughter. I got family. I don't want to – I'm going to be traveling around. I don't want to bring COVID back home. I mean, that's perfect. That's exactly right. Logical answer. Like, it's not – he's not saying, well, I'm young and I'm in shape, so it probably wouldn't affect me and blah, blah, blah. No, just it's not about me. It's about my family and my people. That's exactly perfect.
But, Peter, they also are young and pliable young men that can be shaped and molded by the Miss Lauras of the world, by the Jason Wallaces, by the –
Yeah, but the difference is though that in Ja's case especially, Ja is much more willing to forego that stuff. Ja's got a little bit of that Marc Gasol vibe of like, hey, y'all, shut up. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna do what I want to do. You know, and he says stuff sometimes that is problematic. He says stuff that's that might get him into a little bit of trouble sometimes. That does happen. Now sometimes he's very media savvy, but sometimes he's not. And in this case, whether he was coached or not, I don't really care. The idea is just like it's simple. Like for him, and you could tell when he answered, man. You could tell a coached answer. Like Jaren looked over and was like, "Yep, this is a coached answer," and he gave a coached answer. Ja didn't do that. Ja's like, "Look," because I asked him. He said he's vaccinated, and I said, "Okay, well, why'd you get vaccinated?" He said, "Because of my daughter." He said, "To my daughter." That's exactly right. Like it was a heartfelt, very like logical, understandable answer. Like, look, he didn't say like, "Oh, everybody who's not vaccinated is an idiot," and blah blah. He didn't come off like that. He didn't say all these players need. He didn't like. He wasn't talking about anybody else. He just said, "For me, here's why I did it," and that's a beautiful, appreciated, excellent answer from your best player, especially when you compare it to Bradley Beal, who says, I got a question for you. If y'all got a vaccine, why are people still getting COVID? Oh, my God, Bradley Beal.
The man of God. Hey, bro,
like he is
Christian's taking L's in the NBA, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like if you
big L's around the world, not just the NBA, around the world. It's tough out there.
I miss AC Greens of the world, man. Like
so funny. Like on Twitter, somebody clapped back at that comment, the answer that Bradley Beal said. They said they said you're such a good basketball player. Why your team keep losing?
Hey,
it's unbelievable.
I miss the days when AC Green was weird. When weird Christians just didn't want to have sex. That was the weirdest thing you hear from Christians in the NBA.
Yeah,
I miss.
And everybody made the jokes about, oh my God, he's probably just like he's going to be. It's incredible what he did. They made all the jokes about what's going to happen. It's great. Okay, so but Kyrie, then you got Kyrie out here saying, well, we've had medicine for over 1,000 years, and now we're just talking about, a few decades. We think that we know more than the nature, than the spirits, and all. Okay, come on.
Yes, Kyrie, in the last decade.
And then you got D'Angelo. And then you got D'Angelo Russell.
Oh, Kyrie
who tweets out, Kyrie goated. Like when his own teammate Karl Anthony Towns just gave an incredible, heartfelt answer about how he lost his family. He lost his mom to COVID. He lost other family members. He lost 50 pounds because he had COVID. Yeah. He lost. And then you got this guy. He's like, Kyrie goated, man. He made perfect. So yes, pardon me if I just take a moment to say thank God. Like the logic and sense making and just thank you, John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., Kyle Anderson. Et cetera, Tyus Jones, Desmond Bain. Thank you.
When y'all pull out the box score on y'all. When y'all pull out that box score, it's like a good game to me, plus 23. When he pulled that out with 6 points, we gonna keep that real as well. But I'm saying for this particular topic, this topic is bigger than any of that stuff. Yeah, this topic is bigger than any of that stuff. We get into basketball stuff. I'm sure there's gonna be some salute to
feelings.
12 though, man. Salute to 12.
But salute to 12. Salute to 13. Salute to everybody.
All of them. Yeah.
They all, everybody. There was nobody that gave a dumbass, stupid, anti-vax, nonsense answer.
Kyrie, go.
Thank God, and nobody tweeted to support the whole thing. That's
the GOAT, Kyrie.
Goated.
Good God. We're gonna talk about some of that when we come back here. Hour number 2 on the way. Golly, this, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 and 98.5.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest and every new latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better. They've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you.
Getaway Sports Bar, the best kept secret in town, open noon to 1:30 a.m. 7 days a week. Garvin, the owner, created this SEC NFL Dream Bar over 20 years ago. You'll never miss a minute of action. 10 TVs, 5 70-inch TVs for all the big games. Rack them up on 6 pool tables. Coldest beer in town, grab you a pool stick and get you some good bar grub. 100% Angus burgers, big and moist chicken tenders. Daily happy hour Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. with long neck domestics, $2.25. Getaway Sports Bar, 4632 Winchester.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Nothing's worse than starting trouble. Well, we can help you out. We can start with a free battery test. That way, we'll know if your battery is causing the issue. It could be your starter, it could be your alternator, and you don't want to waste money on the wrong fix. And if you do need a new battery, we've got you covered with a wide selection of replacement batteries. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination. Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
Did you know nearly 40% of men under 40 and over 75% of men over the age of 40 experience sexual performance concerns? At the Memphis Men's Clinic, their experienced physician performs a comprehensive evaluation that determines which specific issues may interfere with your sexual performance. These issues can vary and range from anxiety to medical issues, low testosterone, or erectile dysfunction. The Memphis Men's Clinic has evaluated hundreds of men of all ages over the years and reestablished a normal sexual life. The Memphis Men's Clinic will work aggressively to resolve issues and allow you to restore your sexual health and overall well-being. That's the Memphis way. If you're 20 years old or 90 years old, come and get cared for the Memphis way. Treatment that's based on your specific needs after a professional clinical evaluation by their experienced board-certified physician. Call the Memphis Men's Clinic today at 901-443-0475 or visit memphismensclinic.com.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
We got a new accident on the roadways. Accident on Summer Avenue east of Hollywood Street near Ava Street. That's Summer Avenue east of Hollywood Street near Ava Street. Also, we're still working an accident on Yale Road at Covington Pike as well. Keep it right here. Hour number 2. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good. I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
We both know that we should not be together. 'Cause if we found out, it could mess up both our happy home. I hate to think about us all meeting up together.
Peter,
Secret
I often go check on Zach during the break. I'm sure you probably see me go over there. I go holler at Zach during the break, whatever. Because Zach is often taking phone calls. I see him; he's on the phone. Somebody calls him when we're off the air.
Yeah.
I don't really know what people who they expect to answer the phone when they call, like during the break or whatever. But Zach always answers. I guess and Zach never really tells us what he
secrets.
Yeah, he kind of keeps it to himself. So he was like, saying, "You want to answer the phone?" I was like, "No." I said, "Answer to put it on speaker." So he can't do that. Of course, our phone is older than Zach. So Zach answers, and he's got the phone to his ear. He's listening. So I take the phone from Zach, and I'm listening. Caller's like, "Man, bro, it's football season. Y'all talking about all this stuff about basketball and basketball players and this, man. Bro, we live in a freaking NBA city. Are we aware of that? Yesterday was media day. Like the training camp started today. Preseason games are this week, right?
Next week, but yeah.
No one cares about your Cowboys won last night.
Cowboys did win last night.
And it just sounded like a Cowboy. It just sounded like, "Hey, man, bro. Hey, man, get the old clear out of here." Y'all talking about basketball, man. It's football.
I blame Zach for that. I blame Zach for that, to be honest with you.
Zach enables this stuff, man. Zach, quit answering the phone, bro. If it ain't a guest, what are you answering the phone for, bro?
Because it's going to ring. Man, it's going to ring throughout the
tie
segment.
Lines up. There are buttons you can tie those lines up. Tie them up.
Yeah, I can, but...
No. He can answer the phone, but just answer the phone and somebody says something like that. Just be like,
all right,
click. Shut up.
Bro, it's bad. It's football season, man. Y'all talking about basketball. Bro, shut up. Live in an NBA city. There's a team called the Memphis Grizzlies that kicked off media day.
Ain't the Memphis Cowboys, I promise you that.
The Memphis Cowboys.
Jerry Jones don't care about you.
Bro, I saw the ugliest. You're right about that, too. I saw the ugliest Cowboy jersey yesterday. The guy had like a two-tone blue on one side.
They're all ugly. They're all ugly.
Take that trash off.
They're all ugly. They all make you look like trash. It's
the default
ridiculous.
Cowboy jersey is the white one with the big stars on the shoulder. That's the one that that's the black people's Dallas Cowboy jersey.
Mm-hmm.
They love that one. The Emmitt Smith joint.
Yeah.
Man, bro, man, get out of here, man. Freaking Grizzlies media day was yesterday.
A lot of these Tony Romo jerseys I see. What are you talking? What do you got Tony Romo jersey on? What's wrong with you? What'd that man ever do? How many playoff games Tony Romo win?
What, like 2? I think.
Was it 2?
I think.
It may have just been 1. I don't. It wasn't more than 2.
Because I know he beat the Eagles at one point.
I'm gonna tell you that it wasn't more than 2.
I think.
So but y'all out here celebrating this man.
I'm not celebrating him. My quarterback is number 4.
Hey, number 4 was rolling last night.
My quarterback's number 4, man.
Yeah, 4 was 4 looked good last
man,
night.
enough of that. Grizzlies media day was just. I'm gonna give a crap about those freaking Cowboys game.
Daiquiri Prescott.
The race for 6 wins. How long is it gonna take y'all to get them 6, man?
I don't know.
What's Dak stand for? What's Dak mean?
Dakota. His full name is Rain Dakota Prescott.
What now?
Rain Dakota Prescott.
Kyrie Irving is obviously very impressed with this situation.
Very trifle.
Yeah, bro, that bothers me, bro. Let me call us talking about what we need to talk about. Talking about man, it's football team, man.
Is it offensive?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna text you this, guys. I don't like to do this on the air, but I really got to check this out before I say it.
You're gonna check the room before you say it.
Okay.
I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna send this to you both, you guys. And you guys have to tell me: is this offensive and or possibly racist? The nickname that has been given that I saw somebody give to Kyrie Irving yesterday.
Oh no.
I'm just going to put that out there to you, and you guys can just make the determination as to whether or not you think that is problematic or not. I just texted to both of you guys.
I don't understand the reference. I'm kind of behind on the Kyrie stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, well, just
wait.
Yeah. That's kind of what I thought. Okay, all right. Kind of borderline.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, yeah, leave that alone. Yeah, you gotta leave that alone. I had to look it up.
Pray I got dropped that one down. Okay, all right, fair enough. That's why I like to read the room. I got to check in. I got to check in before we just throw that out there.
Man,
you got to say that's funny though. You got to admit that's funny though.
there are days where I commend my ability to figure out where I'm at on a map. Mm-hmm. Today's just ain't one of those days.
Right.
This is the fact that I know this location on the map, and they're describing him as that. I'm like, yo, like there's no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Let me say this too, Peter, in regards to media day responses and questions and the vaccine and all that type of stuff. Like there are reports saying that the league is 90% vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
Can't they just move on and let the dudes who don't want to do it just okay, bro, whatever? At this point.
No, because there's a piece that Baxter Holmes put out yesterday that explains some of the reasoning behind that. That the players, because all of the staff members are required to be vaccinated by NBA rule. All the fans and folks, in many markets are required to be vaccinated and certainly are required to have negative testing and masks and all that other thing. And yet the players are not required necessarily to have the same level of care and concern with members of their own staff. And that's one of the things that assistant coaches are talking about, especially assistant coaches who have family members who are, immunocompromised and stuff like that. They're saying, why are these guys allowed to just, we can't come to work like that, but they can, and we got to work with them, and it's dangerous. So that's the issue. That's the issue there.
But what's the resolution though? Like the league isn't going to like there's some guys because of the city or state they live in, they have to be vaccinated too.
Right.
But
it depends on the market. It depends on the market. So, for example, the reason why Kyrie and Andrew Wiggins are getting so much attention, in addition to Kyrie just getting attention because he's Kyrie, but also getting attention because of the fact that Brooklyn requires vaccination for people who are working in those areas, and so that counts. Like he has to be vaccinated to work. He has to be vaccinated to be in Brooklyn in Barclays Center. He cannot go to work in Barclays Center. Andrew Wiggins cannot go to work at the Chase Center in San Francisco without being vaccinated. So these other guys, there's a way around and whatever, but those guys in particular in those markets, and for the Grizzlies when they play in those markets, if they have unvaccinated players, then those guys couldn't play. You couldn't. You'd have to find a way to deal with that. So Andrew Wiggins yesterday said, I want everything to be private. I just want to talk about all this stuff. That's fine, but eventually it's going to be public because he's not going to be able to play, and that becomes a major issue for a team that if you're not playing any of your home games, if Kyrie is going to double down on all this stuff and not play any home games for Brooklyn, that's a problem. Obviously for their season and for everything else. So that's why those guys are getting the attention,
right.
And the rest of the guys across the league, same thing. Like it's about. It's about being a team player. Like, if you got assistant coach, you got other folks out there, take care of them, and don't be selfish. Like, what's why do you think and again, if you get sick, if you happen to get COVID, or if you happen to get anything else for that matter, if you get a broken leg, whatever it is, are you going to go to the team doctor? Are you going to listen to the team doctor's advice?
Yeah.
Then why are you not going to listen to the team doctor's advice on this? Like, when Kyrie had shoulder surgery, when Kyrie had knee surgery, did he do his own research on surgeries that were done by, native populations in the past? And how they handled those sorts of things? And, what are we – no, he went to the doctor. He went to an orthopedic. He went to the people that fixed that stuff, and they fixed him. Why are you okay with that aspect of modern medicine, but you're not okay with this other aspect of modern medicine that's similarly developed through science and through trials, and it just doesn't. It makes no logical sense.
Like I say all the time, you have the right to feel how you want to feel or do what you want to do with your body. I just hope that your decision is based on truth and not silly stuff. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. Like if you have a legitimate, okay, so Zach has a lot of like legitimate religious beliefs that he lives by that I do not share.
I think
with
it's
him.
nonsense. but Zach is also vaccinated.
But Zach, no. But I mean, I'm not going to say. I mean, that's Zach's deal. Like I don't necessarily understand it. I don't necessarily. I don't live by it. But I respect his ability because he's true to it. Because he's true to it, and it's a deeply held belief.
Right.
If people want to have a religious aversion to that, that's their opinion. But that's their right. But it has to actually be a true religious aversion to it. And I like the people in, there was a hospital system over in Arkansas that said, okay, if you want to do we've had an uptick in religious, in applications for religious exemptions to vaccines. He said, okay, just bear in mind that if you have a religious exemption, you also cannot take the following medicines, which were also created by this method, and which were also use fetal stem cells in their development and all that stuff. And you're talking like Tylenol, like omeprazole, like basic, like tons of. There was a huge list. It's like, so if you don't, you have to sign this that says if you're not going to take this because of that, that's fine. But you also have to pledge you can't take any of these other ones either, and you can't do it. So what's the truth?
Right.
And
it's just
and
like as a society, we've allowed a bunch of just weird groupthink to kind of overtake us. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, because I know people who on the religious side, I'm like, bro, but you're vaccinated. Like, you've got vaccines in you right now. You're a Holy Ghost filled mama. Told the doctor to take vaccine, put vaccine in you when you were a baby.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your pastor is vaccinated. His children are vaccinated. Like, stop being weird, man.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, like,
yep.
Like, why are you why are you acting like this is not something that's godly?
Yeah.
Like it's.
Like that's.
And for every vaccine that came out, there were church people saying, "Oh, this is the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
The end is soon to come." Like, look through history. Like, everyone that came out, everyone that said, "Oh, this is the mark of the beast."
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Every time. I mean, every single generation that has ever lived has thought they were in the end times.
End times. It's coming. Always here.
Every single one. You go back and look before World War I, World War II. Go back to the Civil War. Go back to the Black Death back in the Middle Ages. Go back to Roman Empire. It doesn't matter, man. Go wherever. The Great Fire in London, 1666. Go to whatever it may be. Whatever historically crazy things that have happened. Everyone always says, "Oh, this is it. This is it. Look at the signs. The signs are there. The signs are there if you look closely and all this stuff." So
it's always
conspiracy theories are nothing new. They're just more easily proliferated now because of the internet and because of people's ability to use social media and other outlets to talk to more people. But they've always been there, man. It's anybody that's ever, believe me, going to school at Briarcrest, we got plenty of end times talk and end times discussions and all that stuff. I remember watching there was a guy that used to come on, a pastor used to come on like late at nights. Jack Van Impe, I remember him very well. You remember Jack Van Impe?
Yeah, for sure.
Everything. This white-haired dude, white guy, and his wife, and they would come on, and everything was about the end times. Whatever was happening in the news, like Israel did this. Oh, well, that's it. It's over. God's, we're
ready to wrap up.
Time.
You know why he did that? You know why he did that? For viewers. He did that for attention.
Yes,
so
exactly. For viewers and for donations.
Yeah.
For donations to his ministry.
Finesse. Yeah, like
it's all it is, man. And so
he was an influencer before his time. Look
exactly. And don't let
pound that like button if you think the world's coming to an end.
Exactly. That's what it was. Make sure you subscribe.
Part of the End Time Gang.
It's
all. You know what I mean? And we'll get off this, but my faith is the same as Zach's and the same as any other Christian. Like you can't. But like, if we're out here if we're out here professing our faith, and we're coming off as insensitive, like we can't read a room, as narrow-minded and as silly as the Jonathan Isaac sound of the world, the Bradley Beal sound of the world. Like you're not walking out your faith the way that you should be. As a Christian, you should be more educated on the vaccine and these type of things. Because if you're of no earthly good, you're not of any good. If you're just stuck in the clouds in some mystical world and you're not of any good to people, and you come off that disingenuous to people, you're not of any good, man. Like that's always been my thing about all of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like I believe in the same risen Savior you believe in. You know what I mean? But if the stuff that you're saying and doing comes off that weird to the masses, to the world, and you're not like, oh no, man, you're not any good to us. You're doing something wrong. Just because you're in a group of 10 and there's 10 million in the world, that doesn't mean that you're right. You should be able to affect those 10 million more than just I'm just gonna put my faith in the Lord. All right, when you break your knee, when you tear your knee up again, Jonathan Isaac, what you gonna do? Why you ain't just retire? Well, that was the Lord's will. Why you ain't just retire? Why you ain't just retire, Jonathan Isaac? When you tore your knee up, no, you got back in the league. You went to you got back in the league.
But I did my own research on this, and I figured out the doctor actually turns out it's not a
he's not a demon.
He's
sick of it, man. It's so stupid. And I grew up around all this stuff. Like, bro, I don't have time for none of that. Like, at all. Like, what Bradley Beal said yesterday was extremely irresponsible, extremely disrespectful, extremely selfish. For people to look at you as a man of faith in the NBA, for you to say something that goofy, like, oh, I had it. I was just, it wasn't number. Like, shut up. You sound stupid. You don't sound.
Well, that's the thing. It sounds stupid. It sounds very, very, very dumb.
And somebody asked me, well, would you still want Bradley Beal on the Grizzlies? Yes. Don't get it twisted.
Man, like
I'm not that guy.
Man, my feelings were conflicted, boy.
Nah, mine wouldn't. I was like, hey, I wanted that man trade value go down. That's what I'm looking at. Y'all can talk your butts off.
Oh yeah.
Had time for this stuff, man.
Yeah.
Well, to go to the comment, and Zach, to go to the comment about what you were talking about, because I think it's very important to point out what you said. If you are a person of faith, then more power to you. That's fantastic. And if you're trying to be a representative of that faith, ask yourself: Are you doing this for yourself, or are you doing it for the faith?
Yeah.
Are you trying to impress people yourself? Are you trying to make yourself feel better? Or are you doing this for somebody else? Because all these people that stand out on Beale Street, wherever, and yell at people and get mad at people for doing whatever it is that they're going to do, and go, oh, y'all are going to hell and all this stuff. Yeah, those same people
crazy.
That were out. Do you really think that is
ain't
actually
helping nothing?
Exactly. You're hurting. If anything, you're hurting your cause. So why would you do it? Like, you're only doing it for yourself. It's selfish, is what it is. And the same thing with all this stuff. It's selfish. Like, it's to not to actually do research, to not actually do the research, to denigrate people that have, is selfish, and it hurts your cause. It makes Kyrie, who is a very smart person, look like a complete idiot and sound like a complete idiot. And he's not an idiot.
Mm-hmm. Too smart to say dumb stuff about it.
Exactly, man. It's just so now you've played into people's stereotypes about what they think of you, what they think of, it's stupid. And it's to what end? What are you doing it for? It just doesn't make it makes no sense. So it's frustrating.
Yep.
And again, it's just I'm thankful that at the end of the day, the Grizzlies are just real boring in that regard.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, man, I don't at this point I'm like, bro,
no problem.
It's like I'm not even having a debate about the vaccine. Like, bro, you want to get it, if not, hey, that's on you. But just stop saying stupid stuff. Can we just stop? Can your reason stop being because of dumb stuff?
Yeah.
That's all I ask of you, man. Just let it be because, hey, man, I'm afraid. I don't know enough about it. I haven't looked into it enough. I'm afraid, bro.
Or my thing is like, just don't come up with an excuse. Just say, like you said, saying like, either just say I'm afraid of the vaccine, I'm afraid of needles, or I just don't want to get the vaccine. Period. In this
Right.
discussion.
I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear what your pastor said.
Right.
Your pastor is the reason why there's people dead in your
And
church.
this and
just being honest. There are people dead in your church right now because your pastor's telling people don't get the vaccine.
And
I don't care what you get mad, whatever. That's truth.
And making up extra excuses because you don't want to get the vaccine is only creating this narrative.
Don't even make an excuse. Just say you don't want to get it, man. Like I don't care. Like just do that.
And at this point for me, because like I said, I got both of my grandmothers are still with me right now. I want to see them every day if I get the chance to.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, that's why
you might not see her,
right?
But stop acting like we're all in the same boat. Vaccinated, you're not in the same boat, bro. Period.
No.
We're not.
No.
Your grandmother, with all sensitivity, your grandmother could go get the vaccine, still could pass away from COVID.
Yes.
I can still pass away from COVID.
Yes.
But we're not in the same boat, man. Like when people say that type of stuff, it's extremely silly to say that. And like when I see people with responsibility, people with influence say those type of things. Bradley Beal saying those type of things. Kyrie Irving being this goofy about it, being this uneducated about it. What's the kid? Jonathan Isaac, someone who I share the same faith with, saying this type of stuff and saying it in the name of Jesus, bro. Stop.
Yeah.
You sound like a nincompoop.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, just being real, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. They sound like a bunch of idiots, and they're not. They're not stupid. So, I mean,
yeah,
it'd be one thing if somebody was just a complete blithering idiot.
Right. And quit saying you trust God because you don't just trust God. You take medicine. You BC popping jokers. I know a lady that love God. Took BCs for literally no reason. Like, she'll take 2 BCs. Oh, I'm having a bad day. Give me a BC.
Because for me at this point, like I'm just tired of hearing like all the different reasons and explanations. Like, just say either you're afraid of the shot, you're afraid of needles, or you just want to get the vaccine. Yeah. Like I would accept, like even though I'm like we shouldn't be able to accept this reality that we're everybody needs to be. Or those that are unvaccinated needs to be walking around unvaccinated. But I mean, if that's what you really want to be, cool. Just say that you don't want the vaccine. Fine, you're afraid of needles. And you're afraid of the shot.
But I'm gonna tell you this.
And just leave it at that.
I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna tell you this though. If you get COVID, don't go to the hospital.
Right.
You don't need it.
You don't need it.
You don't need
doctors.
You don't need doctors, man. Go to church.
Your pastor, he's a doctor.
Yeah, go to church because you don't. Because there was a story I saw the lady whose dad was in great health, was vaccinated, all that stuff, everything was cool, and he fell and he hurt himself a few weeks ago. He was taking a hike. He fell. He broke his hip, and so he had to go to the hospital. There were no spaces in the hospital for him because they were full of unvaccinated COVID people. So he had to be put into a storage area. When he was in the storage area, he got pneumonia. He got hospital pneumonia.
Oh, no.
Well, now all of a sudden he's got to be intubated. They didn't have any tubes. So this man, he barely survived this. But now he had to get a tracheotomy. He had to get all this work done. They had to take him to. They couldn't find any emergency room within miles of this place. They had to go to 5 different states to try to find an emergency room for this guy. Who has survived, but he has barely survived, and he's probably never going to be the same again. He had and didn't have COVID, didn't have any of that stuff, but because all these unvaccinated people have gone to the hospital and have taken up all of these rooms and all these ER spaces and all these oxygen spaces and all that stuff, now this man is never going to be the same again because he fell. Now you tell me what's the right thing to do? What's the godly thing to do?
Yeah, man, I'm sick of it.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back. Hour number 2 continues.
Clay said the same thing, nincompoop, yes.
Yes, that's right. Real Sports Dog. Ambulance.
Ambulance.
56.
Don't call the ambulance. Call the Angels. They got you.
Get happy with Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. Weekday afternoons from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
The Original Hot Dog Factory and Spice Wing, located at 4265 Hex Cross Road near 385. The menu offers a variety of all-beef hot dogs with over 20 choices. Try some of the best-selling favorites like the Bacon Wrap Memphis Dog and even sausages like Street Polish, Italian, or Jamaican Jerk Chicken. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 till 10, and Sunday, 11 to 8. Catering and event hosting is available. Have your next meeting or family gathering at the Original Hot Dog Factory. Now hiring team members. Apply in person. The Original Hot Dog Factory and Spice Wing.
Hey, Jeff Allen, I hear that three's a charm at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah, so I'm ready to trade up to a Kia sales event with you, my man.
That's right, Randy. 3 rides, all just $248 a month. Take your pick from a 2022 Kia Soul LX, 2021 Kia Forte LXS, or a 2021 Kia Rio LXS. Your choice, $248 a month.
And Soul, longer, better warranty than Honda or Nissan. Forte, more passenger volume and thousands less than Honda Civic. And Rio, higher MPG and thousands less than Corolla. Plus, you'll get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty program.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
All 72 months at 2.9 APR, $29.99 down. Sold in 716,174. MSRP $20,500. Forte ME $402,825. MSRP $20,055. Rio ME $427,894. MSRP $19,755. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF $695. Must finance through Kia on low APR. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 8/31/2021. Dealer stock only.
O'Reilly. Get more miles on the road with O'Reilly Auto Parts. A clean fuel system means better gas mileage for your car. Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Injector Cleaner for $8. Plus, earn double O Rewards points. For a clean, lubricated, more fuel-efficient system, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Barks now offers you just about everything you need for your furry family member. Daycare, luxury boarding, award-winning grooming, veterinary checkups, diagnostic services including digital x-ray, fluoroscopy and ultrasound, complete dental service, vaccinations, preventative care for fleas, ticks, and heartworms, and just about any needed surgical treatment. And did I mention that we treat cats and all types of exotic pets? We are the newest member of the Barks family and the newest, most high-tech veterinary hospital in the Mid-South. Located directly across the street from Barks and Recreation, we are a full-service hospital with a fantastic, experienced staff. If you're having problems getting a timely appointment at your current vet's facility, we are here to serve you. Call us at 901-979-8888. Barks and Medication. Excellence in veterinary care.
Sports 56 traffic.
So we have a slew of accidents right now. Working the accident on Whitney Avenue at Signal Street. Also, accident on Winchester Road at Goodlet. 2 ambulances are on the scene there on Winchester and Goodlet there. Also, accident on I-240 at Getwell Road. The right lane is blocked there. And then also accident on Shelby Drive eastbound at Hickory Hill Road. And then we're still working the accident on Summer Avenue east of Hollywood Street near Ava Street. Keep it right here. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
My spine every time I take one look at you. Ooh, and I like it. Girl, you're blowing my mind.
Did you say an ambulance is on the scene, Zach?
I said ambulances. I was trying not to say it.
Ambulance on the scene. Watch
Got
out.
2 ambulances on the scene.
Watch out, everybody. Oh, man, that's funny. All right, so we continue the program. Now, one of the other things that was discussed yesterday that I wanted to bring up was the Jaren Jackson Jr. contract situation, which, everyone expressed a lot of confidence over. And I asked Zach Kleiman and Jaren Jackson Jr. both about it, and both, said the stuff that you would want to hear, which is that they're not, especially worried about it. They expect it to get done. just a matter of time and figuring out, all the finer points of it. But that it's going to happen, and and I asked John Morant about it, and he actually did, to some degree advocate for Jaren. I just asked him, how important it would be for him and his continuing in Memphis to see Jaren here, and he said, oh, that's my guy. I want him here. He said, and he ended it by saying he's going to be here. That's what he said. And Jaren said, if I didn't have my representation on it, I might be a little bit distracted or worried about it. He said, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not distracted by it. I got my people on it. I trust my people, and I think we'll get it taken care of. So saying everything came across publicly, at least, as if everyone's cool, and it's all good. So, what did you take from what you saw with regard to that aspect of it?
I took that Jaren's going to have a crazy year. I think Jaren's going to go off. They clearly probably aren't going to extend him before the season starts, and I think he's going to have a season that's going to make them wish they had got him for cheaper than what they're going to have to pay him this offseason. Because
Jaren says he's more mature. He's listening more.
Yeah, he's going to go off.
Zach, you have those comments? I sent you that little the clip.
Yeah, I have it.
Emailed play that because I asked him a question and he kind of went off on a little bit of a tangent. And then he came back to he said he was better at listening, and then he said like I wasn't. What was your question again? He asked me at the end. You can hear that. So this is Jaren talking a little bit about some of the differences in him growing up.
I just realized something. Like, y'all are really gonna see me like age. Like I've seen y'all for like a minute. It's kind of like, it's funny. Like eventually I'll have kids and stuff. Like that'll be funny. Anyway, nah, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I was a rookie in here looking at y'all talking about some, like, how excited I am just to breathe or something.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was talking about Ozark, all hype and stuff, and just ready to answer anything as fast as I can. And now I breathe and take my time and stuff, and listen to people. But no, what'd you say, Pete? What'd you say?
And then he goes, what'd you say, Pete? I love that. I listen. What'd you say, Pete? He does listen. Jaren is, Jaren's, as I've said before, and Sane and I are both on the train. Jaren is, I hope, and it certainly seems like mentally he's in a really good place, and it seems like physically
Jaren's getting ready to go off.
He's in a really good place, and so the question just kind of becomes about how does he play with Steven Adams? How does he play with these guys getting an opportunity to kind of all play together and hopefully play long enough on the court to develop some real chemistry? Because you got to think about it. I mean, he hasn't really played with Ja as much as you might think, considering his injuries. He hasn't had a chance to really establish a ton of chemistry.
Less than 80 games.
With Ja.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember the first like probably 20 or 25 games they played together, they didn't seem like they had great chemistry.
No, they didn't at all.
And it took a bit for them, and then they kind of clicked at that point, and they looked great together. But he hasn't had a chance to play with a lot of guys. So I hope he just gets a run of 20, 30, 40 consecutive games. I hope he stays injury free, obviously, throughout the year, but I hope he at least gets a run. And maybe a minor injury here and there, so he can actually get chemistry on the court, because I think he just didn't. Dylan said he felt like he was scared to shoot last year, and maybe that was true. I think he just felt like he didn't know where he was supposed to be. He kind of didn't trust his spots, didn't necessarily know exactly what he was going to be doing out there, and I think that's why and his timing was off, and that's what led to a lot of he's always had foul issues. He's got to have more confidence in himself and his body, and be sure about where he's going to be physically to avoid those fouls. So, but if he can do all that stuff, man, then sky's the limit. It's going to be crazy for him.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think he's really locked in. They're obviously, you hear Dylan talking as well. It seems like they're really gearing towards Jaren being a huge focal point of everything they're doing, offensively and defensively. I think he's got the skills to do it. I'm not really concerned about the health. I think that him having this surgery and waiting and getting his body together, I think he's going to be able to hold up. I was talking to, my friend Cam Rose, who I do my podcast with, and he was saying something that made sense too. He was like, a lot of Jaren's injuries were just because of Jaren's being physically immature, like where his coordination hadn't matched his body yet. And once, just kind of being in the wrong place, not playing his feet right, just weird things that Jaren does where he just hasn't been coordinated. You know what I mean? And I think that if he as he continues to age, continues to mature, continues to get his confidence, I think that his injuries won't be as bad per se. I'm not sure that even made any sense what I'm trying to say, but I just think that he'll.
No, I see what you're.
I'm not really. Yeah. A lot of times injuries happen when you just. If your foot had been here instead of here, you wouldn't have. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Oh no, I mean, especially for a guy like him who's always been really tall and gangly and kind of like long limbs and he's all arms and legs. And, for guys like that, especially, playing the position that he plays, there's that physicality, but also, like, if you remember when he came back last year, he looked a little bit like a baby deer on ice. Like, he just kind of sliding around, like his limbs, he never quite looked balanced. He never quite looked sure of himself. And I think that's going to be different as well because, he's got the ability to drive the basket, but he's got to be sure of himself to do it. And he just wasn't really sure of himself last year, and I think I just think he was sure of exactly what he wanted to do. He hadn't been out there enough playing. He hadn't been out there feeling the those situations. He just hadn't been part of it enough. Now he's going to get that chance, and I think it's vital. I was also struck by something Steven Adams said. He said that he was as the elder statesman of the group. He
28-year-old elder statesman.
Yeah, 28-year-old elder statesman. And he feels like Steven Adams feels like he's a lot older than that, and but he's one of those guys that just kind of was born old. Some people just have that kind of thing going. But he said he was struck by coming into town 3 weeks ago and starting to do some runs with his teammates. He said I was just really I was really impressed with the attention to detail from such a young group of guys. He said, you don't always see that. He said, the fact is that they were all there 3 weeks before camp for the runs. He said, you don't always see that, certainly. Second of all, he said that all the attention to detail that they had, all the little things to prepare were really spot on and ahead of the game. And so he said, for me, it was really revealing to come into that kind of a situation. I thought that was an interesting observation from a guy that's been around a lot of really good players and a lot of really good teams.
Yeah, for sure. I think that it's clear that the Grizzlies are being intentional about what they're about to do with Jaren. You heard Kleiman talk about it. Dylan talked about it. Ja kind of a little bit. They're really setting things up for kind of. I don't think people remember Jaren was our leading scorer a couple years ago for the vast majority of the season.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The year that we went to the bubble and lost, in the play-in game, like Jaren was our leading scorer most of the year, with JV on the team as well. You know what I mean? So I think that their plan makes a lot of sense in theory. Where if we can clear the way, Jaren can really develop and be the guy we think he can be. I wouldn't be surprised if Jaren is the leading scorer this year. Like Josh said plenty of times that he doesn't really care if he's the leading scorer now. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that, period. I wouldn't be surprised to see both of them scoring 20-something points per game, but Jaren having a slight edge as far as points. Because I think Ja really wants to build around him. Go ahead.
Do you remember the stretch of games? I think it was like January 2019. It was January of his second year, or I think it was January of his second year. He had that run of games where he had 4 straight games where he had 3 3-pointers made and 3 blocks in a game, and like something that people don't do that. Like, and that's that he was just doing on a regular
Omari
basis.
Made up what Omari called it? Throx.
Oh yeah, he's like, no. He's like, no. Yeah, he's like, no, let's not do that.
Omari really thought this joint was gonna pop too.
Omari was like, you don't love this.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him in his locker room. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Amari, I tried to tell Amari. I was like,
that's not as hot as
so that's not a thing.
Yeah.
So that's not a thing, man. That's not a thing. But he's like, no. Check this out. No. Okay, well, we checked it out. It didn't work. But he, no, man. That's the thing. Like, people forget. He had that stretch where he's just completely dominant on both ends of the floor. He can do that. He can block the shot, go down, trail, catch, shoot a three. I agree with you, man. I think it's going to be a huge year for him. And on top of that, I think it's going to be, a huge year for. I really liked the energy from John Morant.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I told you, I had to like pull the curtain back to say, okay, bro, who am I listening to? Like who are they talking to? Because I thought I heard him say Ja. I was like, bro, like Ja's like on a whole nother. Like he's maturing, bro. Like he's ready to be the leader of this team, and I'm super amped to see it, bro. Like I always was sitting thinking about like, man, what are Ja and Jaren gonna be like when they start being like, like the age that Mike and Mark were when they started turning the corner and being the leaders of this team. And yeah, it's gonna be a wild, fun year, man. Because I think that and I think that Ja and Jaren, since they've been working out, they've been together, like hanging out all the time, like they've been like never before working out, playing together.
Yep.
Man, if those guys
Open
come
runs,
in,
all that stuff.
if those guys are like determined to have like super chemistry together, and something else that snuck out there too is that Jaren said that in the open runs he was guarding Ben Simmons, who's a wing, who's a guard, who's a big guard. So who knows, man? Like who knows what we're about to see this year?
Straight unicorn season.
And another thing too, bro. Like I retired the whole crackhead hair thing I used to talk about, but Dylan Brooks' hair, man, he needs to rock that. That needs to be his style, bro, because he looks menacing with the the
kind of
braids.
the horns,
yeah, man.
two little horn
yeah.
braids.
He looks wild
kind
with
of
that
devilish.
crap, man. Yeah,
kind of
he looks like a
devilish,
true villain. Like he looks, man. Then he's got the full beard. Like, oh, yeah, man, Dylan looks wild with that joint, bro. Like, you need to, rock that, man, because you look like you fresh out of jail.
Stop. Whoa.
You look like you prison hooping. For real, man, you look crazy. Like, yeah, bro. Like,
fresh out of jail?
Bro. He looks crazy, bro.
He looks crazy, but fresh out of jail.
Don't pick your cousin up from jail and see if he looked like Dylan looked yesterday with them braids on the top of his head, hanging down in front of his face.
Well, I don't know if my cousin is in jail.
Man, got the A$AP Rocky braids. Man, yeah, man. Like, bro, yeah, Dylan look crazy. Like, yeah, bro, like, give me that. Like, do that. 2K, update Dylan Brooks to look like that.
Man, I don't know if they can do that. I don't know if they have the technological.
Yeah, that man was looking wild with them joints. I said, yeah, Dylan, I love that, bro. You look like a real maniac.
We'll, I want.
That's some fresh out braids.
Around the league, we're also going to talk. We're also going to talk about the Cowboys last night and a little NFL from Week 3. All that is still to come as we continue here on the program, live and local. From the Family Leisure Studios, a real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy take you through lunch from 10 to 1 weekdays, only on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
It's football time in Memphis, and if you or someone you know is thinking of selling their home, it sure better be home selling time in Memphis. And just like you may have a favorite team, favorite coach, or favorite players, you may not have a favorite real estate agent. If you don't, think about drafting me, Sheldon Rosengarten, with Marks Bensdorf Realtors. I always tell people they need to talk to 2 to 3 real estate brokers to find out who will be the best quarterback of their home selling team. Have you heard people say that when you want the job done, call Sheldon? Find out why my award-winning, highly successful strategic marketing program with the Shellbucks option can mean the difference in whether you sit or sell. Also find out how to take advantage of our worldwide relocation network. Call or email me at 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com. That's Sheldon Rosengarten at 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com. Do it now, and go Tigers.
Hey, Mid-South, it's time to reclaim your freedom in your new ride from Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike. Make your mileage count with 43 MPG and lane departure warning in your 2021 Mitsubishi Mirage. $179 per month. Get more standard equipment than Ford Escape or Mazda CX-5 in your new 2022 Eclipse Cross with effortless technology at $299 per month. Plus, relax and enjoy the ride with My Pilot Assist in your new 2022 Outlander, $319 a month. And we stand behind our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So get to Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 84 months, $500 military rebate. Mirage MH009-694, MSRP $17,490. Outlander NZ023330, MSRP $29,315. Eclipse NZ003186, MSRP $27,725. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF $695. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 9/30/21. Dealer stock only.
Visit Frontier Western Store this summer to check out tons of new products. Frontier added so many new items in their women's boutique. There are daily arrivals with thousands of on-trend tops, jeans, and pants in stock at amazing prices. And guys, Frontier's your #1 Carhartt store. There's no one around with a larger selection of everyday fits and workwear. Wrangler and Ariat clothing also available. Frontier recently remodeled their entire store and expanded the world-famous boot showroom. Now there are even more dress and work boots in stock. After Ariat boots, then you've got to check out Frontier. There are over 1,000 pair of Ariat boots alone, and thousands more in other brands such as Dan Post, Corral, Durango, Rocky, and Twisted X. As if the selection isn't reason enough, there's Frontier's low prices. Frontier's pricing is lower than online and chain stores, so when you're ready for your next pair, you know right where to come. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Zane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Got to get ready, just a few minutes more. Gonna get that old feeling when you walk through that door. 'Cause tonight is the night.
Oh yeah.
Feeling all right. We'll be making love.
Now, we could talk about what happened down at FedEx Forum, but it was, there are a lot of interesting things, but there was nothing like crazy newsworthy like what happened in Philadelphia, where Ben Simmons was the topic du jour, even though he was not there, and Daryl Morey said, essentially that we're going to fine him. He didn't say it quite like that, but he said there are clearly things spelled out in the contract if he doesn't show up. Joel Embiid could not help himself, but take some shots at Ben Simmons. He kind of here and there, he, in between, sort of half sounding like he wanted him to come back and half sounding like he didn't. It was very. Very passive aggressive. The whole thing's just very passive aggressive, to be honest with you. Like all this stuff. And then reports this morning from Sam Amick of the Athletic saying that Ben Simmons has decided that he can't play with Joel Embiid. He said, while it's not personal, Simmons believes that playing around Embiid's style isn't conducive to the way that he needs to play. Joel Embiid, for his part, says we all have to grow up. He says he was asked what he would want to see from Ben Simmons if he does come back and play for them. He said, quote, "I'm sure we've all seen the videos. That would help."
The videos of him being good? Is that what you mean?
Him shooting threes. Him shooting threes.
Oh.
I said, I'm sure we've all seen the videos. That would help. So like I said, Embiid can't help himself, man.
That's good,
Embiid cannot help himself.
That's good.
So there you go. Morey mentioned that Simmons asked for a trade at the Combine in Chicago. So that was, quite a while ago. Says the last time he talked to him was 6 weeks ago, and they plan on basically finding him, and so he's not going to be there today for training camp. He wasn't there yesterday, and they're just going to find him, and I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna double down on this, man. This is going to be a black eye for Ben Simmons and for my boy, Rich Paul. Like it's going to go bad, man. Because Daryl Morey is a madman. Like he sounds pretty convinced that he's not going to make a deal that he's forced to make. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to force him to trade a guy that's under contract with several years left on the deal. And I think this is gonna be the one that he's been Teflon. I'm referring to Rich Paul. He's been Teflon, but I think this is gonna be the one that's gonna get him, man. Like this looks ugly. This looks really bad because that guy's like losing money, like bleeding money, like that, hemorrhaging.
Mm-hmm.
Which looks like Daryl Morey's down to do. Like everybody's caught up in, the shininess, the excitement of media day, and that whole story kind of got glazed over. But once we start playing preseason game and regular season games, and he's not playing, he's not there at all, and you're saying that he's getting fined, yeah, man. Like they're gonna wish that this was handled He should have been playing. He should have came out there and played and, see if things could get better. And then maybe they could trade him throughout some of the time during the season. But the way they're going about doing it, I'm power to the players, but I don't know about this one, man. Like, this looks bad.
Like, he could show up to the facility, but he doesn't have to participate. Am I correct?
No, he's under contract to play games, bro.
Yeah, he's got to participate. I mean, he's got to participate, at least to fulfill the terms of his contract. Yeah, he's got to. He doesn't have to do any. No one has to do anything ever. But if you have a contract, then you are in violation of your contract if you do not fulfill the terms of your contract.
So, because
the contract is, I'm going to pay you X amount of money, and you're going to perform your duties as a player to the best of your ability. This would qualify as not doing that.
Right. But did Iguodala get fined here when he didn't bother showing
but there was no. But the difference is that there was a tacit agreement.
That was mutual, yeah.
That was a mutually agreed upon situation. So they said, look, we get it. We don't want you here. You don't want to be here. We don't really want you here.
They were more concerned about the chemistry of the team than any of the other stuff.
Yeah.
They didn't care about whether
and Iguodala is not a key piece for what the Grizzlies were trying to do. The Grizzlies were very much, and still to some degree are, but then extremely in rebuild mode. And so, they didn't want him here. And so it was very easy to just say, okay, you stay where you are, we'll do our thing, and we'll let you know when we got to trade for you. And that was pretty much that on that. Totally different with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, they want Ben Simmons to play. They need Ben Simmons to play. They're paying him a huge amount of money. He's an all-star. He's a very important part of their development. They built that team around Ben Simmons. So Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. So like the fact that he's not there, that's not something they mutually agreed upon. And so technically Iguodala was in violation of his contract, but it was fine because both sides agreed that was okay and that everybody was in good shape there. So no worries. Ben Simmons, both sides do not agree. Ben Simmons does not want to show up and play. The Sixers do not want that to be the case, and so we got us good old-fashioned problem.
Texas said something. I don't know how we missed this, bro. Texas said at 7:44, he said these Grizz players might be maturing, but they still got ways to go catching DeAndre Williams.
Yep.
I missed it.
That's a great point.
Man.
That's a great point. Yeah, that's true. No, it's,
hit us up on AutoZone text line. Hit us up on the phone line. Send us stuff.
AutoZone phone lines, AutoZone text line 360-8255. 901-360-8255 on the AutoZone phone line, the AutoZone text line as we continue here. Live and local, hour number 3 presented by Acura Memphis. On the way, we're going to talk a little Cowboys.
Yeah, I'll give you your Cowboys talk. Call my guy back on the AutoZone phone line. Tell him we're about to talk Cowboys. Make sure he's listening.
And we got our boy Steven Johnson.
Oh, yeah, got to get Steven Johnson. Oh, yeah, my man. That's next, right?
We're going to do that.
Yeah, next
Let's get it in. Let's get it.
9:30.
Oh, 9:30.
9:30.
All right.
Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 98.5.
Mid-South Hobbies has your favorite model airplanes, boats, race cars, and trains to build. With brands you know like Lionel, LGB, and a large selection of Traxxas radio-controlled trucks, cars, and boats. Mid-South Hobbies has all the accessories to make them complete, with thousands of paint colors to make them shine. Reach the sky with rockets and kites, or reach deep into your imagination with action figures, comic book superheroes, and fantasy quest games. Get passionate about your hobby at Mid-South Hobbies. 4862 Summer Avenue, open 7 days a week. Call 901-682-9402.
It's hot outside and your air conditioner just quit. Quick, who do you call? Automatic Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing, of course, with 24-hour emergency service available. Automatic understands your house is unique, so they work fast to find the right solution for your family's comfort and budget needs. And with financing available and payments as low as $75 a month, it's never been easier to make your home comfortable. Call 363-4636 or go online to itsautomatic.com. Turn to the experts at Automatic Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing.
It's finally time to get out of the house. So make sure you stop by Family Leisure with great prices on in-stock and incoming products. Keep the kids active with play gyms, in stock, ready for delivery. And by the way, installation from the pros, I always recommend that. Markdowns on remaining game room products and those beautiful massage chairs. And the hot tubs, they're going fast. Get out of the house and get to Family Leisure. Wooden Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
I know the sweetest thing in Memphis, and I know it's been around for 115 years. You know, I'm talking about Dinstall's, and it's time to stock up heavy on Cashew Crunch, Heavenly Crunch, Turtlettes, all of your favorite Dinstall's treats. So easy to get. The sweetest thing in Memphis, all you have to do is head to Laurelwood or head to Germantown and Poplar right across from the hospital, or go where they make the candies. That's on Pleasant View. There's nothing that says Memphis better than Cashew Crunch with that little tinge of coconut, or the Turtlettes. Let's face it, there's nothing better than Dinstall's chocolate. That's the mainstay of all candies, isn't it? Milk chocolate, although their dark chocolate is pretty darn good. And if you get the peppermint with the dark chocolate and put it in the freezer, you're going to love it. So many ways to love Dinstall's. Stock up heavy on all of your favorite Dinstall's treats. 115 years of making Memphis oh so sweet.
Did you know nearly 40% of men under 40 and over 75% of men over the age of 40 experience sexual performance concerns? At the Memphis Men's Clinic, their experienced physician performs a comprehensive evaluation that determines which specific issues may interfere with your sexual performance. These issues can vary and range from anxiety to medical issues, low testosterone, or erectile dysfunction. The Memphis Men's Clinic has evaluated hundreds of men of all ages over the years and reestablished a normal sexual life. The Memphis Men's Clinic will work aggressively to resolve issues and allow you to restore your sexual health and overall well-being. That's the Memphis way. If you're 20 years old or 90 years old, come and get cared for the Memphis way. Treatment that's based on your specific needs after a professional clinical evaluation by their experienced board-certified physician. Call the Memphis Men's Clinic today at 901-443-0475 or visit memphismensclinic.com.
Get your fill of sports for lunch every weekday on Sports 56 Middays with Greg and Eli. The latest sports talk, sought after guests, your calls and texts, prize giveaways, and more every weekday from 10 to 1 on Sports 56.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Sports 56 traffic.
So we still working the accident on Whitney Avenue at Signal Street. That's Whitney at Signal Street. Also still working the accident on Winchester Road at Goodlet. And I-240 at Getwell Road. Accident on I-240 at Getwell Road. The right lane is blocked there. So just keep in mind if heading in that direction. And then also Shelby Drive eastbound at Hickory Hill. Dealing with an accident there. So guys, take it easy out on the roadways. This is hour number 3. Keep it right here. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. This hour of Sports 56 Mornings is brought to you by Acura Memphis. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Oh, yeah. Hour number 3 presented by Acura Memphis here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56. 98.5. Got our man Steven Johnson coming up to talk Tiger football, Tiger basketball coming up in just a little bit. Hope you're going to have a nice day. It's a little warm, a little on the warm side, but a nice day yesterday. Similar. We had a little taster of fall, and then we had a little reminder that we're not quite ready for full-on fall just yet, as is so often the case in Memphis. But we're getting there. We're getting closer, thank God. And it's about to happen. Now, we'll talk. Like I said, we'll talk to Steven Johnson coming up in just a little bit. We talked a bunch about the Grizzlies, about Media Day around the NBA. Huge time, huge start, huge idea, and looking forward to figuring out. Learning more, because the first practice is today, and we'll learn a little bit more about what's going on with the Grizzlies. In the meantime, last night Zach, your Cowboys, very impressive performance against a, frankly, overmatched Eagles team. That was not good at all.
No.
And as Jalen Hurts put it after the game, he said, sometimes if you take a deuce, you don't sit there and look at it. You just flush it down the toilet and go on about your business.
I got you, Peter. I got you right here.
There you go.
I take responsibility for how this game went tonight. I take responsibility for that. I'm going to learn from it, and I'm going to learn from it. We're going to be a better team from it. I believe that. I truly believe that. You know, you take you a deuce, you don't sit there and look at it. You flush it and move on. We're going to flush it and move on.
All right, I've obviously never heard Jalen Hurts speak before. I wasn't aware the brother sounded like Future. I mean, I wouldn't. Why? I didn't. I immediately, like I said, I think I know what Jalen Hurts looks like. So I pulled up a picture of him again, and he looks like what I thought he did. But yeah, I didn't think he sounded like Future.
He's 8 a.m. Monday. She's yours. This weekend, I love her.
Like wouldn't expect him to sound like Future though.
Hey, listen,
I'm reeling, man. Like today's been weird for me because I'm a little upset that Dak is not sure over Dakarius or Dakario or something like that.
No, it's Dakota.
Wasn't ready for Dakota.
It's Rain Dakota.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for Rain Dakota, and I wasn't ready for Jalen Hurts to sound like Future.
Well, I wasn't ready for. Clearly the Philadelphia Eagles weren't
ready for
football.
nothing. Yeah,
they weren't ready for anything last night.
Yeah.
They got their clocks cleaned last night. Zach, do you want to gloat on this for a little bit?
You got the floor is yours. Was that my guy that called you? He's on the phone. He's on the AutoZone phone now. Is that my guy? He said it's not. I thought it was my man. Like, yeah, y'all better respect the star. Who is that, Zach?
Zach, do you want?
No.
Zach,
What did he say?
It's nothing important. I promise.
All right.
If he doesn't,
it's not.
All calls matter, man.
If he tells you that it's not important, trust me, it's not important.
Yeah. Well, it's not important to right now, but
right.
Yeah.
I'll find out during the break. But go ahead.
It's not. It ain't a big deal.
They kept calling it a rivalry for some strange reason. Like,
because it is.
It's not.
Because it is a rivalry. Absolutely. It is.
I don't know.
Every matchup in the NFC East is a rivalry.
Yeah, like in a historical context, yeah, sure, it's a rivalry because that's what they do dating back to however long they've been playing against each other. But like Dak,
that's what a rivalry is, Zach.
I guess,
you have defined rivalry.
But with Dak Prescott as the quarterback, there's no rivalry. Dak has owned the Eagles. He's owned the NFC East when he's playing and when he's healthy.
That's not really what makes it a rivalry, Zach.
Yeah, that's what makes it rivalry.
Like I get it. No, I get it under.
I don't think you do get it.
I understand like the rivalry of it, the history behind the Eagles and the Cowboys, but it's just they kept bringing up like the rivalry. Like the Eagles are not good this year.
It don't matter, sir.
They're not good.
It doesn't matter. That's not what makes a rivalry.
In Ohio State and Michigan, a little one-sided right now.
Yeah, Michigan's been just crushed by Ohio State on a regular basis.
Yeah,
just consistent.
But it's still a rivalry, fam. Like it's one of the biggest rivalries in all of sports.
Yeah, but my quarterback number 4, Dak Prescott. Like that boy good. That boy good. Like Dak was out there performing surgery. Like it was crazy how much control he had throughout that entire game. Like you just God, like what was that in the first quarter, second quarter? Like you can see that he was just in full control, just coming out of plays, checking out of plays, getting them into the right, getting them into the right mix of things. Like I mean, like they would like the Eagles couldn't do nothing. They couldn't do anything.
Eagles looked terrible. I mean, let's just be honest. It was an absolutely awful situation. And not even Mike McCarthy and his insane clock management down the stretch of the first half.
I missed that.
Could derail the Cowboys. I don't know. The greatest part was Peyton Manning on the Manning broadcast just flipping out. Like anytime you don't play football the efficient way, like the proper way that you're supposed to play it, he gets real upset. And you could tell, like, he's like, just call the timeout, Mike. He said he's not going to return my phone calls because I criticized his class. But he was right. I mean, it was ridiculous. Like, and it didn't matter because the Eagles were so bad. But my God, like Mike McCarthy's clock management is Whew, boy, oh
Yeah.
boy.
Look,
Pretty rough. But you look at the rest of the division. The Giants are god awful.
Terrible.
The football team is solid enough. Is a deeply mediocre team at best, I would say. So there's no reason why the Cowboys shouldn't dominate that division. There's no reason why that shouldn't be a consistent, dominant situation.
I agree. Because even with last, because
obviously the Eagles are trash. The football team's the only one that's got a chance, and I don't have a lot of faith in the football team. With respect to my guys, love them, but I don't have a lot of faith.
Because even with last year, because I know a lot of people, they were like on Dak because they was like, he's throwing all these yards, but it's in a losing effort. But it's like in those 5 games, like he has kept the Cowboys in the game. It was just a matter of, can this defense not be the worst defense that we have ever seen in our lifetime? And sure enough, like the start of this season, you got this defense that has 2 or more turnovers, like in these 3 games to start the season.
Well, I gotta say, as much as it pains me, and it's hurting me to talk this much about the Cowboys. As much as it pains me, Micah Parsons is a stud.
Oh man,
that dude is the truth. He is exactly as advertised. Comes in plays like a 10-year vet. Even though he's played 3 games in the league, he looks like he's played 300. The guy just completely dominates his position. He's played multiple positions now over the course of 3 games. He's played linebacker, outside linebacker. He's played defensive end. He's played all over the field, and everywhere he plays, he seems to make things better. He just seems to kind of do it. So I'm a little concerned because he's very good, and that's a problem. I don't like it.
Yeah, I got to apologize to Micah because when the draft started, I was like, I don't want a linebacker. Like if there's if there's that offensive tackle and Rashawn Slater on the board, like take him. Like we'll be fine at linebacker. Like take the tackle so he can protect Dak at all costs. But it's just, I mean, he is all over the place. Like he's just flying to the football, and it's like, man, like you can't you can't really teach that type of effort. You can't really.
He has good instincts. The guy just knows he knows where he's supposed to be. He's got what the classic linebackers have, and he showed that he could play defensive end. Against Chargers, he showed he could do that. So I mean, he's a threat. He's a really, really talented dude. As I said, as much as it pains me to say, a shout out to the Cowboys and to Stephen Jones.
Yeah, they don't look terrible, bro. Like you said,
they got that one right.
They should dominate that division. So.
They got that one right for sure.
And it sets up for them to actually be pretty good for them. Like, because they got the Panthers next week, got the Giants, the Patriots, Vikings, Broncos, Falcons, and then that's when we hit the Chiefs. Was that the Sunday before Thanksgiving? Mm-hmm. So it's setting things up for the Cowboys to say, yo, get your wins now, because later on in the season, that's when things kind of gets tightened a little bit, because you still got to get through your divisional games. You got the Cardinals the second to last week of the season, and also Chiefs on Thursday night, on Thursday afternoon for Thanksgiving. So like it's really setting up the Cowboys to, for them to get these wins. Go ahead and pick these wins off while you at it right now, so that later on, like, you won't have to be stressing and worrying about,
stressing and worrying.
Like, are we going to get the 10 wins or 11 wins to?
Y'all not getting the 10 wins.
I think they get the 10 wins. Man.
Yeah, y'all play a lot of bum teams, so y'all might.
I mean, we can't really control our schedule, so.
Yeah, that's facts. Peter, I got a quick question for you. Why are we talking so much about Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr. when Double J, Jonquel Jones won MVP of the WNBA?
Who's the Joe?
What are your thoughts on that, Peter?
I don't have any.
No thoughts on Jonquel?
Nope.
Are you saying she's not a real MVP?
Nope. I didn't say that either. I don't have any thoughts.
How can you not care about the MVP of an entire league?
Well, as we talked about before, saying that the difference is I don't actively trash the league. I've told you I don't follow.
I'm also going to act like something I don't watch is good either. Like a lot of people.
There's lots of things I don't. There's lots of things I don't watch that's good. That doesn't. Again, your argument makes no sense.
All right, back to the Cowboys.
You can continue to push it all you want to. It doesn't make any sense.
All right, back to Dallas Cowboys.
Any less sensical. Yes.
So I got a question for you guys.
We're ready.
So is Dak where does Dak Prescott rank?
We don't care. He's good.
No, I'm just saying because in my mind I have a totally different viewpoint of where Dak Prescott should be ranked. Where's Dak Prescott ranked in your mind as far as QB?
I don't like lists. I'm full of Peter Emerson.
Well, just like
we don't like lists.
QB tier. I ain't saying put a list together.
He's second tier.
I mean, the way he's playing right now, he's amongst the very best. I mean, he's playing like one of the best quarterbacks in football right now. Historically, he's had injury issues and whatever, so it's been hard to say like for sure that he's up there. But I mean, like playing like this, I mean, absolutely. And you look at like Mahomes is struggling to some extent this year. It's not necessarily as straightforward. Josh Allen, thanks to the football team, looked better. But it has been straightforward for him coming back from his great season that he had last year. No, it's not that simple. So I don't. It's hard to put guys in tiers, but like I mean, as far as right now, I mean, there's not a lot of quarterbacks that are better than Dak Prescott. Very few.
He's the real deal.
I'd say I'd put probably. I mean, like I don't know, like it's just. I mean, my God, look at the Bears. Bears had like 49 yards of offense. Like Justin Fields was basically under attack.
Mm-hmm.
Like from the moment that game started, Browns just completely obliterated him. It's a good thing he wasn't killed. So no, I mean, at the end of the day, man, I'm not gonna. I'm saying is correct. We typically on the show do not delve into lists a whole lot because. Why? But I'll just say that Dak is very, very good and playing great. And his former coach, Jason Garrett, is continuing to be awful for the Giants. He's going to continue to call plays for some reason. So
I saw him on the Giants sideline and forgot that even happened. I was like, dude, why is Jason Garrett still a head coach in the NFL?
Offensive coordinator.
I got. Yeah, he's not a head coach. Yeah. He's an offensive coordinator.
Why is he getting a check, bro?
But why is he anything? Yeah, I don't know. Shout out to Justin Tucker, who has got to be. Is Justin Tucker now for sure the GOAT kicker?
Yes.
Yeah. Or does Vinatieri still have him, or does
No, yeah.
Because Vinatieri still had that. I mean, the kick in the snow. That got the Patriots to their first Super Bowl. That's a pretty given the circumstance, the weather. I mean, that's pretty crazy. But Justin Tucker, man,
66-yard bomb. Man.
Certainly in Detroit, 2 years after, in that same building in Detroit, he kicks a 61-yarder to beat the Lions. He follows up with a 66-yarder to beat the Lions again. Insane. Clonks off the crossbar, goes in. Can you imagine? I mean, think about how – because we talked about the dude from NC State who missed the 35-yarder that would have won the game against Clemson in regulation. We saw my man from Minnesota miss the 37-yarder, I think, last week that would have won the game against Arizona. Think about the confidence that you have as John Harbaugh and the coaching staff and Lamar Jackson, who says, if I just get the ball, basically to midfield, we're good. That's all I got to do. I mean, think about that at the end of at the end of a drive, how much confidence that gives you. And don't underrate that, because it's the same thing that happened with Tom Brady in his career. Everybody talks about these guys being great under pressure, and they certainly are. There's no doubt about it. They've led a number of game-winning drives. But think about, Peyton Manning and his game-winning drives. Think about Tom Brady and his game-winning drives. What do they have in common? They each had Hall of Fame level kickers on their teams. And, man, that gives you, as a player, so much confidence to know that, you know what, man, all I got to do is get this thing, like, just kind of in the neighborhood. Like, I don't have to be perfect. Like, I just got to get the thing, like, you know, I don't have to score a touchdown. I just have to get the ball, like, within about, you know, the 40-yard line, basically. 40-yard line and in, I'm good. And, like, I mean, Lamar Jackson, like, think about that. They get to basically the 50-yard line almost. Like, that's where you are. Like, that's a crazy, crazy kick. You get to, like, you know, your side of midfield. You don't have to get to past midfield, and you're getting it. It's crazy. So don't underrate that, man. That's a huge part of being able to have that kind of pressure and being able to deal with that kind of pressure on a quarterback, because you just know, I'm okay, I'm good, I'm not worried about it, we're good.
Yeah, that's very, very underrated, having a great kicker, man. Like you said, he can affect so much of the game. Like, you can plan so many things differently when you got a kicker that can bomb, especially from that far out. You know what I mean? Like, that, you're not going to see that every game, every week. But just having a guy that you know that can get you those 45, 50-yard field goals, 55, you know, that changes the game.
Yeah,
sure.
and
massive.
And he's accurate. Like, this not a fluky thing. Like, he's been doing this consistently with then some on the back end once the ball goes through the goalpost. So yeah. Tucker's he's a GOAT, man. It's kind of it's hard not to root for a guy that sings opera for like as his hobby, and he kicks field goals, you know, game winners. So he's GOATed, man.
For sure.
I mean, more so than Kyrie.
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
I mean, GOATed. It's a whole different. That's a whole different situation, you know.
My boy Kyrie.
Good Lord.
And there's a lot of things that even in Kyrie's madness that I support, man. But it's just, bro, you just say some of the wildest stuff, bro. But you know, being in tune in spirit, like, I'm not getting the man for his spiritual belief, bro. Like, if you're on something I don't agree with, you know, whatever. Like, as I went on and ranted for about 30 minutes this morning, there are people in my same faith that there are things that drive me crazy that they say and they do. But it's just, Kyrie, come on, bro. You just got to be more. Anyway, we're gonna stick.
Scotty
to
reminds
football.
us.
We're gonna stick to football.
Scotty reminds us the Giants suck because they have both Jeremy Pruitt and Derek Dooley on the staff. Boy, is that true? Good God.
Wait, what?
Do they for real?
No.
Yeah, he's a defensive assistant. Pruitt's a defensive assistant for the Giants, and Derek Dooley, I think he followed because I know he was with the Cowboys with Jason Garrett. I think he followed Jason Garrett. Yeah, he's a tight ends coach for the Giants. Good God, what a brain trust that is. God, it's a wonder they can line up. I did not realize that. Oh no.
Oh, and then they got Freddie Kitchens, the former Browns head coach.
Freddie Kitchens is like Vince Lombardi compared to those guys.
Vince Lombardi.
Freddie Kitchens is a miracle worker compared to those guys. Are you? Oh my God! Like, what are we talking about here? That's insane. What the hell? No wonder they booed the owner at the halftime of the game. Like, well, yeah, I'd boo them. I'd boo them too. That's what, your hiring practices are very suspect, my friend. What are y'all doing out here? Come on, man.
This is malpractice.
Have some self-respect. This is absolutely good God. Yeah. So I'll say this: we all make mistakes.
Yes,
Giants make mistakes more than most. Let's just be honest. Sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes it's something you can't control. Sometimes you have kickers who aren't Justin Tucker, and so they miss key kicks when the pressure's on. Sometimes baseball players strike out with the bases loaded, man. Sometimes you miss a shot at the free throw line that you needed. It happens sometimes. If you feel like you come up short in the bedroom sometimes, well, you know what? Sometimes that pressure gets to you. It's okay. If it's bothering you, though, there are options. Go to GetRoman.com/bighead now. With Roman, you can get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for ED, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. A U.S. licensed healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan. If medication is appropriate, that medication is going to ship to you absolutely free with 2-day shipping. It's going to also be shipped very discreetly. It's going to be a package that no one's going to have any idea what's inside except you. It's straightforward, it's easy, but it's very important. To get started, simply go to GetRoman.com/bighead and complete a simple online visit. Take care of your ED without leaving home. Complete an online visit today to connect with a doctor and take care of it. Go to GetRoman.com/bighead now to get $15 off your first month. Look, there's a straightforward way to take care of your ED. GetRoman.com/bighead. Get started now to save $15 on your first month of treatment. We have a lot to get to with Steven Johnson because tough week for Tiger football. We're getting closer now. We are 2 weeks? 2 weeks away, basically, from Memphis Madness coming up. So it is happening very, very quickly. We'll talk to Steven about those things and more as he joins us to talk a little Tigers next here live and local from the Family Leisure Studios. In hour number 3, presented by Acura of Memphis. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ. Listen to us daily on 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world at sports56whbq.com or on the Sports 56 app.
You've heard of James Gaddis Jewelers, but have you heard what they've done lately? Everything. A tremendous selection of diamonds and jewels, gold, silver, and much more. Lots of watches, tons of custom-made jewelry, fine gemstones, bracelets, necklaces, so many choices. Romantics will love the one-of-a-kind estate and vintage jewelry. James Gaddis has experts to help you with wedding and engagement rings, plus 2 repair experts for fine watches and jewelry. Layaway and financing available. James Gaddis Jewelers at 4900 Poplar.
Hey everybody, new Tahoes and Silverados are finally in transit to All-Star Chevrolet, and you can reserve yours today. I'm out here in Olive Branch looking at all these certified pre-owned Silverados, and they got a lot. And if you have a car or truck you want to sell, All-Star Chevy is the place to bring your title and get a check today. So find new roads to All-Star Chevy with the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Remember, it's not Collierville, not South Haven, not the Pike or Mount Moriah. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So go to All-Star Chevrolet or allstarautogroup.com.
With the help of Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond, I get everyone's morning started with a smile. It has a delicious and hearty combination of the Cheerios you love, whole grain oats, and sliced almonds for an extra crunchy crunch. That's how I set the rhythm for a great day. Look for Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond in your local grocery store.
Let me tell you about the coolest place you got to go check out. It is the Old Dominick Distillery, located right in the heart of downtown. Old Dominick offers full distillery tours, curated tastings, and craft cocktails. So whether you're stopping in for a refreshing drink while you're exploring downtown Memphis, or maybe you're finishing up a night out in style, the bar at Old Dominick Distillery offers up carefully crafted cocktails to suit everybody's taste in an elevated yet relaxed atmosphere. Pull up a stool at the bar and join Old Dominick mixologists for a cocktail made entirely with spirits produced under the watchful eye of master distiller Alex Castle. So whether you fancy an old-fashioned or maybe you want to try a flight of Old Dominick products, the expert mixologists at Old Dominick, they're ready to serve you. Visit OldDominick.com for bar hours, or maybe you want a 45-minute tour. Any way you look at it, you'll love Old Dominick.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
You wanted me to love you.
Oh, yeah.
When you said Simply
Absolutely.
reach out and touch me.
Beautiful.
My love
In the Family Leisure Studios, we continue here live. Sports 56, 98.5. Beautiful Tuesday morning. Presented by Acura Memphis. 385 in Ridgeway. Our good friends at Acura of Memphis. Taking care of you, just like we take care of you by bringing you our good friend, Steven Johnson, from the Daily Memphian on the Tiger. Steven, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing all right, man. How about you guys?
Good, brother. Good.
Okay.
All right, enough of the small talk, man. Practice. What's been going on? Warm-ups. I mean, not warm-up, workouts.
Workouts, man. I think we're really gonna see.
Good guy.
I mean, we're really gonna find out in a couple of hours. I'm not sure if you. I know I'll be there for some of what do they call them, Memphis Rebounders or some. They're doing some type of event. So I'm excited to get a look at some of these guys up in person, because there's one thing to talk to your sources, hear about who looks good, who maybe not looking up to par, but it's another to find to see these guys in person. So I think all the chatter, there really haven't been any necessary surprises except for, I guess, Jonathan Lawson, how strong he was coming on early in camp. But right now, all the guys that you expect to look good, you know, your Lester, your Landers, Imani, Jalen, everybody's been looking up to par. And the freshmen are coming in. They've been competitive, and the veterans all look like they're hungry as well, too. So I guess we'll figure out more in a couple of hours. But from workouts, it seemed like everything was on point. Everybody seemed like they're healthy. So I think the Tigers will come in, and they'll probably try to put on the show today for the fans that'll be in attendance at practice.
So the discussions, the conversations, all that stuff, getting ready, is that all leading to any of the results that you expect? Are you hearing any whispers with all these conversations and discussions? Is there any rumor out there that things are going well, things are going poorly? Any stuff that you're ear to the ground you're hearing?
Mainly, I'm ready to see how Lester looks in person. I know he had a really great offseason, was working out seemingly almost every day back in New York. I know he's playing some games, I think, at Dykeman and maybe at the Rucker as well, too. So out of all the players, I've heard he's had a tremendous offseason. Me and my colleague John Martin have heard some really good things about him in terms of improving his athleticism, his body, his physicality. I know we don't necessarily think it's Lester as a guy that jumps out the gym, but if he's a stronger, more athletic version coming up this year, then that's only going to be better for the Tigers, because we know all the ways he can kind of impact the game. So it looks like he might be the guy that's ready to take his game to the next level, and that's going to be big for the Tigers.
What do you think Malcolm Dandridge's role is going to be on this team this year? Do you think he gets much time at all, or he's the guy who, is going to be off to the wayside? And how do you think he'll respond to that if he's not really a real part of what Penny's got going for?
I think he's going to play some. I think it will be matchup based. There's a team that has a lot of frontline guys, and he'll probably play a lot more than against maybe some of these small ball teams. I think, and this is just me kind of spitballing, I think Chandler Lawson will be kind of the first big off the bench, just because of the way he can impact the game. He has a lot of experience coming over from Oregon. But if you're Malcolm, man, if the coaching staff, you just want him come in, whether it be 10, 15 minutes, give you a lot of effort, give you a lot of hustle. And I think you want to see him be a little bit more efficient inside the paint. The Tigers shot less than 50% on their two-point attempts last year, which was one of the worst marks in the NCAA. I watching the games as a fan more so last year. I know Malcolm kind of played a part of that. There's a lot of missed dunks, a lot of missed gimmies. So if he can just kind of improve in that area, improve his touch around the basket, and just give them, if you come in the game and you just give them 5 points and 5 rebounds or something like that, I think that would be good for the Tigers and good for Malcolm.
The idea that I think everyone's going to be focused a lot on, you've written about it, and obviously I think the focus is going to be Imani Bates will be a huge focus no matter what. I'm going to table my question about Imani just for a second, because one other thing. Is it Jalen Duren or Jalen Duren?
Yes. I'm glad you brought that up.
From everybody, from what I've been, man, I get confused too, so sometimes I just say Jalen. But from everybody I've heard pronounce it, like I was watching ESPN, it's Duren. And
I keep hearing,
okay.
Right.
I think that's what I said at first. But when I watch broadcast, they say Duren, so that's what I've been going with.
All right.
But
Okay,
the
so
Duren
Jaren,
thing
all right,
is the thing, though, right? You've heard people saying Duren too, right?
Yeah, I had to catch myself a couple times because I thought I was saying it wrong, but we'll find out.
I don't.
I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a history of you going back to Treshaun Burrell. We got
Trayson.
Trayson. We got to figure this thing out. All right, so back to Emoni Bates. The focal point of this thing is going to be, especially with practices starting today, and then on into Memphis Madness coming up. How much will Emoni Bates be on the ball? What does even the point guard position look like in a Penny Hardaway offense? I think Penny's offense has been so well. You mentioned it before. It's just been so bad, frankly, that I don't even know that we know specifically what he really wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
But in Emoni Bates, he has a guy that is has a lot of similarities to himself in some respects at that position. And certainly has the amount of talent to undergo and to handle the kind of coaching and high-level discussions that Penny wants to have. Do you think he comes straight out as the point guard? And what do you expect to see early from Emoni Bates here?
I think he will kind of come out being straight as a point guard. And I think it's important to remember now in 2021, playing point guard is a lot different than it was back in 2001. So he's not, it's not the same as him coming down, calling out flex and, doing all those type of things. He's going to be expected to, yes, create opportunities for other people, but the top point guards in college, NBA, all have the ability to kind of put the ball in the basket. So we know he can do that at a high level. So in theory, he could just kind of be a guy that just creates those opportunities just because he attracts so much attention from the defense. I think there may be a couple growing pains. Maybe you'll see some games where, he'll have a couple turnovers, but with the Tigers' style in general, this is going to be a team that always averages a decent amount of turnovers. You just kind of want to cut down on some of those live ball turnovers. So I think there'll be some small growing pains, but I think with his skill set, from everything I've seen on film and just how hungry he is and the fact that he has so many guys around him where he doesn't have to be Superman off rip, I think we'll see Emoni kind of start strong and really come to his own count maybe in December by the time they start facing the Alabama, Tennessee, and getting ready for conference play.
What do you?
Well, I like the fact. Well, I like the fact, and I think that you make a good point about the whole situation with him and who he's going to play with, and I think the idea I'm really interested to see because I don't know I have the theory to me about Penny's offense is I think at some point it's relied to me on getting a certain quality of player that they haven't really had access to as of yet. They haven't really been able to get those guys, and this year they've got those guys. I think a lot of his ideas on offense are predicated on guys being able to make NBA reads, or high level reads out there. And to be fair to a lot of the guys that have been here, they haven't been able to do that. Just no knock on them. That's just not that's not easy to do. The game is really fast for some guys and really slow for others when you're making those reads. Stephen, I think this is where you see the value of his offense. If my theory is right, you're going to see the value of his offense with guys that are capable of making those reads at a faster, higher level. And I think you start to see the ability to let those guys do their thing. I think that's going to be hard to stop at the college level.
I agree 100%. You got to think whatever his offense philosophy is probably predicated on things he's learned in the NBA, things he's seen from there, whereas that's kind of been their big pitch. Like you said, it's kind of hard to run an NBA style of offense when you don't necessarily have. They've had some NBA guys, but I think it's more so on the wing, and they really haven't had a guy like Emoni and maybe Will Barton. Will Barton probably missed somebody since then. Obviously Jeremiah was a completely different type of player, but when you have a guy like Emoni and you have a guy like Jalen, who is, from everything from all the reports, very high level IQ type of player, great passer and things like that. Adding those two guys to the other guys who already have experience in the system, you would think this would be the best year offensively. And I also think this is where having a guy like Larry Brown would be really beneficial because maybe he says like, okay, I understand what you're trying to do, Penny, but maybe we need to simplify some things so we make sure that we're not trying to make the players fit the system. We're trying to make the system fit the players. So they have the talent and the experience now. So I'm expecting. I'm not saying they'll be Gonzaga from last year, scoring 100 points every game, but they should take a nice step forward. They have the shooters, they have the slashers, they have the big man. So you have all the pieces. So there's really no excuse for this offense to not. I think at least to be one of the best ones in the conference.
Any word on any leads, any gut feeling as far as musical acts for Memphis Madness, or just things they might do differently or anything? We'll put you out there.
Man, I'm going to have to call you after this, but, man, they got that stuff on lock and key.
I already know it.
Lock and key. I'll say this. I've been trying to search high and low all over the scene, and it's just everybody's mom. Everybody's mom, which makes me wonder.
Everybody's mom's going to be there? Oh, I see how it is. Okay, all right. Zach's going to be there, too. Now Zach's going to be there if that's the case.
Did Jason and John have anything to set that up? Did they set up everybody's? I know Jason's probably listening. That's why I had to throw that in there. But go ahead.
I really feel like they're going to swing for the fences, and speculation, y'all, not reporting, but I think they'll probably try to get. In terms of being hottest in the game, you got to go with like Drake or Lil Baby. So if you can get either one of those guys, and we know Drake is a big sports fan, loves the city of Memphis. He probably knows who Imani Bates
Steve,
is.
you putting yourself out there, man. Just know you putting yourself out there.
Oh, here we go.
Just mention it like people are going to connect and say, yeah, Steven Johnson said that Drake's going to be there. Like that's going to happen.
I'm just wondering if that's who they're going for, y'all. That's all. That's all.
So you do confirm that Drake will be performing No Friends in the Industry with Project Pat.
It's gonna be a listening party. Actually, a full album listening party.
Yeah, he'll be performing Knife Talk with 21 Savage and Project Pat. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and Lil Baby gonna be in the mix.
They're just gonna have Juicy J just come out just to do the sample, the North Memphis, South
Memphis.
Memphis. Westwood, Orange Mound. Just
North Memphis, South Memphis, Westwood, Orange Mound.
And just leave. You're just gonna say that.
Orange Mound.
So that's going to happen. Okay, that's exciting. All right, well, you heard it here, folks. It's done.
Just putting the man out there.
Come on. Don't do him like that.
I'm sorry, Steven. I'm sorry, Steven. Steven did not say that. He did not say it was going to happen.
He said that's the type of move that
he said that's the type of thing that would make sense given the amount of secrecy and what Penny typically does. That's what he said. So please understand that.
Do you think they'll announce who's going to be there, or will he just?
Man, come on. That's burned them. But that's burned them before. Come on now.
Because they're 2 weeks away.
That might be something I can find out. So stay tuned for next Tuesday.
Hey, you may be able to find out here on this station too. We're not going to leak who we have on as a special guest, but hey.
Okay. Well, I'll find out soon then.
I just want to, I want to see what we're gonna have the blue carpet again. They had that blue carpet. They had the blue carpet celebrations. They had all that stuff, man. Come on, I'm excited.
Believe it or not, this is gonna be my first time going to Memphis Madness.
Really? I doubt it.
I don't think that's. You're from Memphis. You've never been to Memphis Madness?
I mean, like the last 5 or 6 years I've been in college or working, and my dad's a dude that likes watching stuff on TV, so he never wanted to go. So this is my first time.
Yeah, we might have the same dad. For real.
Now I could vouch for Steven with that because my first time was like a couple.
Man, every dad wants to watch stuff on TV. What are you talking? What was that? Y'all acting like that's some kind of weird thing. Like every dad wants to watch stuff on TV. I'm a dad. I like watching stuff on TV.
I see too many dads in games to believe that's true.
I mean, I don't blame him. He's got the 70-inch in the living room. It's a nice setup. I wouldn't want to leave the house.
70-inch. 70-inch. Come on. Y'all got to step up. Step up your game.
Man, you got me so mistaken. My 70-inch look like I'm at the movie co. Like I'm at AMC.
Get on my level. Get on my level, man. 82. Get over here.
Yeah, that's a massive TV. That TV would look ridiculous in my living room. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's pretty massive. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks pretty good though.
Hey man, you got the neon lights around that bad boy from Five Below?
I got the sound system though. I got 2 big subs. We got bass bumping. We got the other speakers. We got a little surround sound. I got the curtains, so you can draw the curtains. Turn down the lights. Get the popcorn ready. Let's go.
Deal. Steve,
why do I leave my house? Steven,
You don't
come on
leave your
by.
house.
Come on by. We'll watch Memphis. Yeah, I do. I was there yesterday. Maybe you did. Where were you?
Oh man,
Steven, why don't you come? You can come over. We can watch it together. Okay. What's else saying about it?
I appreciate the invitation.
hey, don't bring a camera. Don't bring your phone. You gotta leave it.
Yeah, you got to sign. You got to sign the NDA before you come into the house, though. That's the only
You
thing.
can't
But other
describe.
than that,
You
you're
can't
good.
describe how Peter's kids look in public.
That's right.
Take pictures.
That's
of them.
exactly. You're welcome to say hello. They'll love to play with you. Just can't describe them in public. That's all. We're a very private family over here. Now,
I didn't know you had kids.
Exactly. That's the point.
See, exactly. That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. Right there. That's the way I like it. So just know that. I got two.
Drake, got Drake over there.
Before we let you go, what did you watch the football? The Tigers and UT San Antonio. UT San Antonio staying undefeated. Tigers getting very conservative and up 21-0. You would think that would be good enough to win the game, but it was not. Up 14 points in the fourth quarter. You would think that would be good enough to win the game, and it was not. And yesterday, UTSA's coach said he's going to keep his team from eating the cheese, which I assume is a euphemism for like listening to the people talking about how good they are. He says, this week's going to be the hardest. If you all need me to drink a whole gallon of queso just to prove what that will do to a human, I will do whatever it takes to get their attention, he said. So that's exciting. I'm not sure what that means relative to the team, but the UT San Antonio coach has offered to drink an entire thing of queso as a response to this. Steven, your thoughts?
Man, I was in Nashville the other week, and I had the best queso of my life, man. So I'm not sure if he needs to do all that. But
okay,
I didn't
would you
watch
drink a
the game
gallon
because-
of? Would you drink a gallon of queso to respond to that?
Nah, man, I'm gonna let him have that. I would let him have it, but I didn't watch the game because they got up so quickly. I either took a nap or was watching something else, and of course I'm in the group message, the parlay group message, and my guys are watching the game, and I just keep hearing them yell and like, what is Memphis doing? And I look up, I follow the football, and it's like 28-21, 28-28. Okay, I mean Memphis is gonna pull it out at the end, but I think I was surprised by the result. I figured like Memphis wasn't going to completely roll through them and beat them by like 30 or something like that. But this is a team that doesn't normally lose at home. So I guess the way they lost it, it's less about how good, Texas San Antonio is, just the way you lost it. I heard they had a couple turnovers. And anytime you're leading by double digits in the fourth quarter, if you're a team like Memphis, you got to be able to put the game away. So, I know it was tough, but maybe it's not the end of the world. They went 3-1 in non-conference, began AAC play. If you're looking at it, the only thing you're really concerned about, I would say, would probably be Cincinnati and SMU, and you get SMU at home this year. So, you would have rather seen them, go undefeated during these games, but everything they want to achieve is ahead of them. Right now, they're looking like they're easily a top 2 or top 3 team in the conference. So they have a great chance of competing for a conference championship, but their margin of error has also kind of been gone away just because they couldn't finish that game. So it's a tough loss, but it's not the end of the world. So the Tigers still I'm just being real, man. They can still win the conference, so they got to keep their head up, and they got to get focused and simple. And let's see if that's going to be a game where they can kind of dominate from start to finish.
You're right. You're right. We'll see. We will see. Now, in the meantime, you got a lot to do. You got a lot to work on. So we're going to let you do that. And you got to report back when you find out some information. Okay, and when you find out the real deal. Okay.
Say less.
Elvis.
You say Elvis?
Elvis. That's right.
Kings of the Court. Man. You don't remember this, Stephen? Probably you remember
Bruce
that year.
Shiesty.
You remember that year that like we really were participating in a really big year from Memphis Madness with when this is before like we had the guys, the outside guys coming in and doing it for them. You remember the year that
was it the Justin Timberlake year?
No. There was a Josh Passon year. Everybody thought it was gonna be huge, and it was like the dude who sings the guy who sung "Eye of the Tiger." Was the
yeah.
And it had
Jimmy Jameson. Yeah,
and they had the light guys, the guys who dance with the lights all over their bodies. Jabberwockies.
Hey,
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
Don't sleep. Hey, don't sleep on the Jabberwockies, man. They actually
man was
good.
like, Pastor, you a lame as crap. Like he went from like Rick Ross and Yo Gotti them to the Eye of the Tiger dude. And I was like, man. Then people really anticipating it being crazy.
Sane was Pentatonics. That's what you want.
Come on, who?
Oh, Pentatonics.
You think I wouldn't go nuts if Pentatonics came out there? It was
like, it's the Eye of Tiger. Yeah, we can do that.
I lose my mind if Pentatonics came out there.
All right. Thank you, Steven Johnson.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Come back. We'll wrap it up here. Hour number 3 presented by Acura Memphis Road Sports Talk Sports 56.98.5.
You have opinions?
Well, you gotta have an opinion.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Farmers want to make sure you got your favorite things covered and will give you a discount for doing it. Their auto multi-policy discount gives you up to 45% off your auto insurance for bundling policies like boat, motorcycle, RV, home, and life. It's just one of the many ways that you can save with Farmers. Call Daniel Chad Gallen at 901-235-1176 to learn more or get a quote.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available with select Farmers branded policies subject to terms and conditions. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges, Farmers New World Life Insurance Company or affiliate.
The Ram Power Days and Jeep Adventure Days are here, and you need to get ready to roll in your new ride from Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. How about maximum performance at a minimum price? New 2021 Chrysler 300 Touring, $449 a month. You need a workhorse? We Gossett covered with 2021 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Tradesman. Only $497 a month. And get most available safety and security features in its class with the 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited L. Now $499 a month. Plus, you'll get top dollar for your trade at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. So drive past the rest and come to the best or shop online anytime at GossettMotorcars.net.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motorcars.
300 MH6 2505 MSRP 34440 1500 MS 578 561 MSRP 39930 Cherokee M810 3202 MSRP 50490 includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
With the help of Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond, I get everyone's morning started with a smile. It has a delicious and hearty combination of the Cheerios you love, whole grain oats, and sliced almonds for an extra crunchy crunch. That's how I set the rhythm for a great day. Look for Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond in your local grocery store.
It's finally time to get out of the house. So make sure you stop by Family Leisure with great prices on in-stock and incoming products. Keep the kids active with play gyms, in stock, ready for delivery. And by the way, installation from the pros, I always recommend that. Markdowns on remaining game room products and those beautiful massage chairs. And the hot tubs, they're going fast. Get out of the house and get to Family Leisure. Wooden Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. This hour of Sports 56 Mornings is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
My one desire is keeping
Coming up. Man, feeling great, feeling good. How are you? How are you? Come on, we all know that. I can't hear that song without hearing
Outkast.
Outkast. I can't. It's a great song, but they've completely taken it. All right, so we obviously are just about out of time with our good friends here in the Family Leisure Studios. Coming up next, of course, it is Mr. Greg and Mr. Eli with middays. They've got 4 days left of middays.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be taking over this spot.
Are we counting
7
today?
to 10 in the family. Yeah, because they haven't done their show yet.
Mm-hmm.
We have. We're just about done, whereas they are not. So. Coming up, of course, tomorrow on the show, we'll talk to Rob Fisher. We'll get the update on what happened in day number 1 of Grizzlies practice as things are getting.
Yeah, I might give you a live update. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I do. I go to like
because I can't be there today.
Yeah, you ain't.
So
Go out
there.
yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there.
Represent the show.
So he's like, call me.
I represent the show with great aplomb. I represent the station the show with great aplomb yesterday.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'll be there
waiting. I'll be in there waiting for Mike C to be quiet so I can give me a question in.
I asked the tough questions.
Ooh,
the good
COVID questions. How hard? Yes, yeah. I should have just went, man. Like I should just said, yeah, Peter, I'm going.
just should have just
I
showed up.
I should say Black Lives Matter. I'm going. Peter.
Don't be talking to me like that. Don't be. I'm not gonna take that. Can't talk to me like that. It's
hey, Peter, whatever, man. I'll be there today. I'll be in practice today.
Good. Asking
COVID. Absolutely nothing. Just in there finesse.
That's fine.
Speaking to all my good friends.
Just vibing.
I was out there setting the tone, so that's what.
You set the tone. You set the tone, man.
I set the tone. I set the template.
You gave him the first shot of the vaccine yesterday. I'm gonna come back and give him one that's going head and arm.
That's exactly right.
I'm gonna one having.
So who's giving out the booster shot?
That's you.
Terry.
No.
All right.
He the one to go get the swole.
All right. As we mentioned, coming up next, middays
Yep.
with Greg and Eli. Got a big Tuesday show. We'll talk to you in the morning, y'all. Have a great Tuesday.